I, so why aren't you in a band still? What I mean is that it's just been. I mean, are
Well,
you?
I got these cabinets, and no, the cabinets aren't going to make themselves.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I was in a band for a little while before I got married, but I met my wife and I needed to spend so much more time with her, and I just I was not carrying my end of the weight for the band, and I said, I'll let you guys go ahead and move on. But when I dropped out, they just folded. And oh man, I kind of feel bad about that. And I really wanted to do
Let me
that.
guess, you were the drummer, weren't you?
No,
The drummer?
no, nope. I was
Oh,
the bass
okay.
player. I always wanted to be the guitarist, but the guitarist that was there was so much better than I was. So yeah, I'll play bass. That's cool. Yeah, and bass makes a band. Well, I mean, every member of a band makes a band, so I was good with that.
Yeah, but the bass player welds the guitar with the drums,
Yeah,
welds it together
exactly. Yep,
with that bass groove.
yep. I agree. But I really, even though my dreams were there, and that the band would have been pretty close to my dream right there, but you know what? I fell in love, and I just I did not have time for that, and I became ashamed that I was holding them back and weighing them down, and so I dragged up. But that way, I got to spend all my time with my wife, and now we have 5 kids and no grandbabies yet.
Give it time; it'll happen.
Yeah,
You just got to make sure that it's with the right person,
yeah,
and
for
not
sure.
some Johnny Appleseed punk ass.
I know. It's all kind of frustrating, but what are you gonna do? I'll tell you what. There's another place right there that you really have to trust God. I mean, did he map all this out and plan it all out before he set it into motion? That's what I think he did. I think he is in control.
I don't know, man. I think we're in control to a point.
Yeah.
I think
Well.
we're in control because, like right now, I got no gas, but I got a little bit of money. I could put some gas in the car, and I could, I don't know, drive to Canada. I
Yeah.
guess if I brought my birth certificate with me, I could get in, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the way I think about it, and I mean, if this is okay to talk about, I'm not sure exactly if that's kind of going to steer away from the. But if you don't mind, I can make it kind of short.
Yeah, be quick.
Okay, so like, what I think is that, I mean, just to kind of put it into a little word picture, is God's children were with Him in eternity past, and like, for example, just like a cute way to say it, we're laying around on the pillowy clouds and playing our harps and going, "Oh, Dad, I'm bored." And then he goes, "Oh, I have got the thing for you. I have just created the first virtual reality video game of life." And so you put on the headset or whatever, and poof, you become a newborn baby in this world with not a memory of anything. And you have to go through this life learning all this stuff and figuring out all these riddles and figuring out all these education, and you don't even remember God, and you have to learn from all the clues and all the little signposts and all the, and then and just like any video game, there's big bosses to fight, little bosses to fight, trouble to go through, and there's some accomplishments and achievements and all sorts of stuff like that.
Sure,
But
that makes total sense. This place was made for us.
yeah, especially if we're the flat earth, his footstool, where he watches over us, and all the angels watching over us, the stars in the sky, the angels, right? I mean, that's what the Bible says they are. And you know the oh wow, what book was that in? Like one of the New Testament books, he's talking about we're clothed with these bodies, and the Watchers were clothed with their celestial bodies, and they're not all humanoid, because we're the ones who are created in God's image. Some of them are stars and planets and whatever. Anyway,
Yeah.
so here we are going through this, and when what I say, when I'm telling people about this, I say, you might be sitting there playing Call of Duty, like let's say the zombie thing on Call of Duty, and let's say there's 150 characters on the screen, and maybe there's 4 of you sitting there with controllers in your hands. When you turn it off, when it's all done, who's left? Just the 4 of you who have controllers in your hands. All the zombies are just the AIs. And when they turn off, they turn off. They burn up. And I think that's what, in the world, the ones who God created to be the AIs who are doing all the evil. That's not to say that we don't do evil, because we don't even know when we're born. We don't know God, even though He's our Father. But as we learn and grow, and learn who He is, and finally realize the basic instructions before leaving Earth are right here in front of us. But even when people read the Bible, they don't know what it says. They go to church and they listen to what's being taught to them, which is exactly what that pastor or teacher was taught to him and taught to him and taught to him. But then now that I'm reading the Bible for myself, I see that Jesus clearly said, and I'm sorry if this is going, yeah, exactly. If you've seen Jesus, you've seen the Father. And then, if Jesus told His disciples, He didn't tell United States or anything in the modern world that I'll be back in your lifetime. He told His disciples specifically, I'll be back in your lifetime. Yeah, I mean, if I see what you're saying here, but if not, you don't hold to that. Yeah. Okay. I mean,
Some of us
maybe
totally agree with that. Don't be afraid to voice your opinion, because some of us totally agree with what you're saying and are right along the same lines. I'm one of them. I firmly believe that you may have been here again already. History almost dictates that. If you study our past history, there's some pretty good indications that maybe His millennium reign even happened already.
Right. Yeah, I mean, because it didn't have to be.
We're in the short little season where the devil's in control right now. And if anybody's in control of all the horse shit that's going on in this world right now, it certainly is not God.
Yep. I will be going and checking out the Bible lobby. I just this is where I found you guys. I don't mean to be offensive or steer things the way that that you
No,
guys.
bro, it's okay.
Okay.
Hey, when we're talking about cosmology, it's kind of like this. All roads lead to Rome. When you're talking about politics, when you're talking about cosmology, all road leads to religion. So we just try to keep the arguments out of here.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, this is a flat Earth server.
Yeah.
But we every opportunity that you have, with religion and or concepts about religion, we do have rooms for those, but not in this room.
Right. Yeah, and I'm trying. I'll learn how this thing works. The more I get in on it. I know my son, who does a lot of Discord stuff. He was explaining how you could take things.
Since you're already in Discord, you can explore our Discord. We have a whole bunch of information. If you scroll down, information about a lot of videos and information about whatever you want to take a look at.
Yeah.
But the Bible room is not necessarily populated as much as the live stream, because a lot of people want to hang out here, and because it's where most of the action is. But when
Yeah.
it gets too biblical, we try to divert.
Yeah.
Not because we're against religion or
Right.
Bibles. We just want to keep it on the flat Earth topic.
Yeah. I'm good with that. You know, I'd like to answer this guy that's he said, did he say the apostles thought Jesus would, you know, you know, C.S. Lewis had a quote that he said the most embarrassing thing about Christianity is that the disciples believed that the Messiah would come back in their lifetime,
Bro,
and that
you're
was
going to
because
trigger the people that want to argue doctrine all day long, and we try our hardest not to argue doctrine in here.
oh, okay, well, I'll just
It's not
yeah.
that we're, you know,
Yeah.
like God Rockin' said, or you know, it's not that everybody disagrees with you. They'll just make this into a doctrinal argument, and it's our belief that we're not going to settle a 2,000-year-old argument here.
No, but
That's
we
just the
will
way
try
it
to
is.
This is a
flat Earth argument because
yeah.
we
We're a
have a lot of
non-doctrinal server, so we don't really promote
Gotcha.
doctrines on our live
But
stream.
we do promote free speech about the
Yeah.
topic in other rooms, just not this room.
Yeah, when it gets doctrinal, we like to send it to Bible Lobby. If you want to
Yep.
say the flat Earth leads to a creator, well, hey, that's perfectly fine. It does. That's not going to trigger anybody's doctrinal beliefs to where they start condemning people to hell or saying there's only one
Oh,
way and they know it, and there's only one name and I know it. We don't
yeah.
like that kind of pride.
Yeah, in fact, my opinion
Yep.
of Bible study is exactly that. You just study the word. Do an
I agree.
entomological study on it. Read the
What do you
Strongs,
guys
all that
think
kind of
about
stuff.
this guy Mai in the live stream voice text? It
I
has
don't know,
Rob
but
Skiba's
Don't care.
picture. I'm not
He,
I'm
I
not
was going to
foolish
talk about
with
this
him.
dude we're talking to.
I know, but
Yeah.
I'm not
Why is he only
foolish.
got BC verified and Globe skeptic? I would say on the fence or FE.
Nah, I'm thinking he's a flat earther.
well,
What?
Yeah.
when did
We've
he
been
So
talking
join?
to him for like an hour, and I'm pretty sure he's a flat earther. Are
Yeah.
you a
Hey,
flat earther,
hey,
preterist?
Full
yes,
preterist. Yeah.
yes.
But when did you join?
Who is the one just said who's just asked me that? Who is the
a
one
couple
asking me?
people. A couple
Oh, well,
people. I'm battle
you
mod.
Yeah,
okay?
well,
Well,
a few moderators. Yeah, a couple of
yeah, that's
moderators.
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, you asked me about if I'm not something. It sounded like some letters. I don't even know what that is yet.
Yeah, Globe skeptic. That's a role. And personally, I've been listening on the live stream for a couple hours now, and I think you're a flat earther. I mean, do you
Yeah.
I do
identify
too.
that way? Well, then
Yes.
I agree
I'm
with
gonna
that.
go ahead.
Go ahead and
Cool.
give it to him.
I'm going to go ahead and give you that role, and if anybody's got a problem with it, you just tell them Battle Mod gave it to you, and that's how it is.
That'll work.
And
Okay.
tell him Helio backed him up.
Well, and I'm afraid I don't even know what the words are you're saying. I don't
It's a
understand
role.
what you're asking me.
Well, just hang
Okay.
out long enough, you'll figure it out.
Can you
Little
see the
Okay.
live stream voice chat?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yes. I see
Okay,
where
so
it's got information about
so
full preterist.
I'm gonna post you a snip of
Okay.
your profile. When people look at it, when they click on you, this is what they'll see. And
Okay.
you have roles that tell them who you are, what side you're on, and these are your roles now.
Okay.
Flat earther, that's a role. Oh, I gotta lose that VC verified.
Yeah,
but
just dump the VC verified, but yeah.
So you got the Bible study role, Coliseum seating, flat earther, and seem sincere. Coliseum seating, I don't know why they gave
Wow.
you that. I'm about to redo the
Right?
arena, but it'll mean something again here in a minute.
Ooh,
Worry about that later.
did I hear you right? You're going to redo the arena. I will. I'll have to
Yeah,
pay attention
I
to the
think we're gonna
pings on
change
that
it
one.
to Battlefield. The Battlefield.
Are we gonna be able to drag some Globers over here to actually have a conversation about this?
Probably not.
I hate to tell you this, but I lost the page that has all the typing, or where the
If you go right above see all the names above you. If you go above that, it says live stream. It's got a speaker next to it. The one above that is hashtag live stream voice chat. Just click on that, and it's not. Why is that voice chat? That's voice text. All right.
Hey, Battle Mod.
Left click that.
Oh, sorry.
Or if you're on a phone, all you got to do is swipe left or swipe right.
Oh, let me try that.
Hey, Battle Mod.
Yeah, you remember when I told you earlier? You just swipe to from the left side of the screen, then you can find where this live stream voice text is.
Yep.
Datamod posted your updated status there.
Yeah.
Preterist is a flat earther now. Anyway, go ahead,
So,
Jan.
oh, thanks, man. So Battle Mod, however you decide to do it, can you give me a role so I can see your work?
Oh,
I'd
most
wanna do it.
definitely.
Sweet.
I figured you'd be one of the people in charge.
No.
I found it.
Well,
No.
last time we had a Trinity, we had 3 people running it, so I'm trying to decide what 2 I'm going to have run it with me.
Well, I'll be an assistant of some sort, but no, yeah.
Well, at least a ref.
Something. I'll be second tier or something. I'll be good with that. Or I guess it would be tier 3. It would be tier 3 probably. Oh.
So is this something in the works, Battlema, where we're gonna allow some globies that have been banned to come in here for the arena?
I haven't started the conversation with the admins yet, but it's definitely on my mind, and I don't see.
I mean, I don't see why not.
I don't see friction from the admins. They never gave me friction. It's other people here that want to say, no, those people aren't allowed here because I say they're not allowed here. And
too bad.
It doesn't matter what area you have them in. Those are the people that give us problems. So I want to make sure it's not somewhere that everybody thinks they have the right to rule over. It'll only be 3 people and the referees.
Well, I'll
period.
I'll certainly be the producer, in the background, just like.
I don't want it open to every moderator before. That made it too hard to keep up with our people.
No, I'm
every
talking
time
about
we scheduled something,
live streaming.
Yeah,
I'll live stream it.
Every time we scheduled something, we'd come in, and one of the mods, they said, "Well, I'm still a mod up here." They banned the person we were going to fucking debate.
Hey, Battle Mod, let me know if you decide on the same day of the week you're going to do it, because I'll ask off for work.
Oh, well, like Crit requested it be the same way it was. So if we got enough referees,
I don't know what that was.
Whenever you want to call somebody out, 1v1, you can take it to the arena.
Oh, okay. So it would be random. That would be the best, really.
I think a scheduled event would be better.
Well, yeah, that's because you want to live stream them, but there's no reason a person shouldn't be able to have a 1v1 where we have a live stream that's usually unproductive because 6 people are talking to 1.
No, I get that too. So yeah, I mean, just all you have to do is let me know. I'll just move the live stream bot to wherever it's happening, and
I was hoping Jose would get more active so I'd get his ass to
that would be great
with me. Right.
Oh man, I miss listening to Jose. I'll tell you.
It was me, Miggy, and Jedi, but I mean, if Meme and Jose were more active, it'd be me, Meme, and Jose. If I was in control, you know what I mean?
that would be epic.
Yeah, that way me and Jose can be the nice guys, Meme can be the asshole for once, and I can take a break.
He can be the shredder.
Right.
He can be the shredder.
He's never the asshole. I mean, what the hell?
No, he's just okay. All right, then you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Hey,
he's in the chat right now.
I know. He knows what I'm saying. I'm saying all that with the greatest of love, bro. He was the first flat Earth pit bull. He's the original pit bull. I just got to do it because meme's lacking.
I thought you said for a second there, I thought you said you're saying all this with the glob of saliva. I was like, oh shit.
Meme said, I agree with everything.
Yeah, with a little cotton mouth, bro. With a little cotton mouth, bro. You're right. Yeah.
Noise.
Yeah. I had to get good and high.
I think we're due for a change. I mean, it gets pretty monotonous. Just So
we are. I agree.
Me and Indio and Jose, we've talked about doing just an old school night.
Nice.
It's just maybe once a month or so, where it's just me and Indio and Jose, Mike, and a few others completely run the entire evening.
I'll have to ask off for work.
Now you're finally going with my idea. Okay,
yeah,
thanks.
Every time we talk about that, though, you know what happens is we all talk each other out of it, because when all of us show up, what happens? No Globeheads show up.
No. I mean, it's just like really, it's just like a monthly I just said like more like a monthly update for the server, and that would be all it would be, like an hour, maybe two, just a monthly update what's going on with the server, and just talk about the admins and certain mods just be involved, and just talk about it's a monthly update for the server, once a month.
That would be amazing. I love it.
Oh no, when we go old school, we come to wreck shit in a controlled manner, bro.
Okay, everybody. Damsel Medic said that it's still the year of the sextant. I don't know if you gentlemen are going on along that route.
Well, then her and I are on a plane of equal altitude. Rock on.
Nice. Nice.
That's good.
Yeah, I've heard some crazy talk. I've heard some crazy talk in another place. Oh, sorry. I heard some crazy talk in another place, which I won't name, and I just can't participate with that. So you might have some contenders.
You're saying I heard some crazy talk from another place, but I don't want to talk about it.
Oh no. Well, it would be about.
I mean, it's going to help us a lot.
Trilaterization and triangulation, confusing a bunch of words, and just making shit up as you go along.
People that say something like that don't understand triangles. I mean, I'm sorry if you don't understand triangles. It's weird. That's our problem. It's not our problem.
I'll just tell you, this person is known. If anybody's interested, I can DM you.
Actually, if they can come in here and tell us how we don't understand triangles, then that's their problem, not ours.
Hi, Jenny.
True. Hey, Sonny.
Jenny, I haven't heard you in a long time. Did you hear my song?
No.
Oh, you got to listen to it.
I'm going to send you a link. Hold on.
Yeah. You're going to send it? I was going to send it too.
I'll put it on live stream, unless you already have it.
No, you.
I don't know who keeps giving BC verified people silver and valued, but can we get them a permanent role before we bump them up to valued, guys?
No. Yeah, they have to talk for a while before they get valued. Don't give them value.
They have to get off of the BC verified. A BC verified person can't be a valued. Period.
Hey, you know what?
There's no arguing it.
Check it out. Hey, Battlemon.
And if you give them valued, take the VC verified off.
If you don't, we're going to demote you.
Yeah. Go for it.
Hey, Battlemon.
Because I mean, we have so many people in here, and it's not conducive.
Conductive. Yeah.
Hey, did you hear my song?
No.
Really?
Okay, let me click on it. I'm gonna click. Oh, I got SoundCloud.
Play it while I'm rolling this.
Okay, check it out. What if I play it now that I have a SoundCloud? I could play it on the bottom.
I'm rolling. Play it.
That's fine.
If everybody agrees.
Take a modern man to.
Hey, you want to hear Sonny's song?
Alcohol.
Yeah, this one will be my recording. I played a live version on the live stream.
I was asking the group if they had something to say.
Play it, man. Yeah, he just asked. Play it.
I have a SoundCloud.
Play it now. Play it now.
I can't even get past Helio. I can't even get to the intro yet. Go ahead, Helio.
Yeah, no.
Just joking.
Okay, I think I gave
he's
you
like a troll under the bridge, and he's like,
Hey,
you cannot
Elijah.
pass. You must pay me. Don't pass. Pay me. Pay me.
I'm just waiting for Helio to shut the fuck up so I can hear.
Hey, Helio, shut the fuck up.
There it is. There it is.
No,
there it is.
I'm not trying to play it. You're trying to play it. I'm going to shut the fuck up once the song starts.
Or you hear it.
We're still waiting for Helio. Okay, everybody, shut the fuck up. I'm going to play the song on my SoundCloud.
Any day now.
Yeah, I'm waiting till the silence. Okay, hold on just a second. Here it comes. Oh, let me give it a debut. Let me tell you.
Silence.
Let me
is
set
golden.
Stop.
Don't
my
mute me,
eyes
bro.
to see.
Don't mute me, bro.
Stop, Helio.
I
Okay,
thought about it.
so let me give you some groundwork before I forget what I was saying. So this is a new inspiration. I just wrote this today. I got the idea. I recorded it. This, what you're hearing, is the first take of this idea. So I hope
High
you.
five, brother. High five, my brother. The anticipation.
He did play it live earlier, and it was badass. So I'm looking
Should be
forward.
playing now. What happened?
Yeah,
We
the
hear
bot's
nothing.
been acting
We
weird.
hear
Well,
nothing.
it's my fault. Hold on, I'm a boomer and I forget that
He's
quickly.
drunk driving the
All right,
bot, damn
boomer.
it.
Oh,
All right,
yeah,
boomer.
you did
I
fuck
don't
it up.
drink. I don't drink, so you got that part covered. I'm okay.
Come on,
Stoned.
boomer.
Okay, here it comes. Ready? Hold on your seats, folks, because everybody's
Woo!
hearing this one.
Sunny!
Test. Check. Rolling.
Hell yeah, Sonny. Woo! Yeah. Hey.
How'd you like the harp?
Yes.
How'd you like the harp? Did you like the harp?
Yes, please.
Awesome, man. More harp. Yeah, coming up. Yeah, awesome.
That was really chill, dude. Like, oh, that was awesome.
Listen, check it out. It's an 8-minute long song, but it had to be because it's epic. Like it had to be.
Dude, that's old school. That's the old school way.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. High five, man. That was excelente.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that like a whole theme for like I'm gonna make an album finally.
We're right on, man. I just twisted this shit up. So this shit's for you.
I'm smoking with you, bro.
Well, I just found one of my glass
Same here.
tips and my 420 cleaner. So I cleaned my pieces. I'm all
Oh.
clean, and I'm using a glass tip, and I'm spoiled.
Rolled you a glass.
I think I might have to celebrate with you
My
guys.
son likes
This
to
is
do
like
that.
what do you call it? Not a bat, a damn camel wide,
Blowhorn.
like a camel non-filter.
Dang old Paul Mall, by God.
A goddamn old fucking fat ass cigarette, fatter than a normal.
Joshua, I actually have a picture I have for you. Hold on a second.
Paul
What are you
Mall
guys talking about?
non-filter.
Huh?
Paul Mall non-filters.
We're talking about
Cigarettes. Ew.
spliffage. I thought they're talking about spliffage, but I could be wrong.
We were comparing spliffage to a Pall Mall non-filter.
Okay, don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lost something somewhere.
It was saying it was a motherfucking hog leg, by God. Effing, you know what I mean? That there guy smoking like the Pope. Amen. I said amen, and the congregation said,
Burn?
That's right.
No, you know what I mean, Burn? I do.
There you go, son. Right there. There's your hog leg.
Hey,
nah,
Mike.
White, that's a little skinny, Mike.
Oh, sure.
Hey, Mike. I might have to
like a camel wide.
I might have to come up to your place someday, Mike, to do some work and freaking get myself in order. That'd be freaking great. But anyway,
are you gonna live in a van?
Just a thought.
Sonny?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I got plenty of campers out here. I got a couple Winnebagos, a bus, big ass trailer.
I don't even care at this point.
That's mighty whitey. That's kind of, is that racist to say that?
I just say that.
Nope, it is mighty white to me.
Hold on, Mike. I just want to
wait a minute. It might be full of smallpox blankets.
I want to wait.
No,
Michael, you remember that being a saying.
Hold on, you guys. I want to make sure I have the right color flag. Like if I'm walking up to battle mods, I don't want to get any shot. I don't want to get shot.
Flags.
Flags.
What? We don't recognize no flags.
Flags or whatever. What are my arms a certain way?
Like the rednecks. They like the rednecks and the mountain men, the fur trappers.
How about
if the dog lets you on the property?
Michigan is
if you come up with the dog trailing behind you, you're all good.
You know what?
Hey,
listen, dogs love me. Dogs love me, man. I love
hey, Battle Mod. I don't know if I ever told you, but I used to live in Mayo, Michigan. I helped open up a brand new McDonald's as a manager. It was awesome. I lived right along the river.
Yep.
Right in the middle of Huron National Forest, darn near.
Yep, you told me.
Michigan's beautiful.
That's what I do with my campers. I got a camper that's damn near as big as a single wide mobile home, and I take that up to the Huron National Forest, Manistee.
Oh hell yeah!
I go to a lot of forests. You just take that in a generator and camp out.
Hey, dude, get this. Were you on listening? Were you listening at ladies?
I camp with the amenities.
Hey, were you listening to Ladies' Night yesterday, Michael?
For a minute, yeah.
So, anyways, I happened to visit Jefferson Barracks National Cemetery, and right now it's like rut season or something for deer. There was like a whole colony of deer in the cemetery. I was like, holy shit, they all know they can't be
rut. Yeah, when they rut, they go to all the spots they know they don't get shot on.
I lived in Michigan for 3 years. I never saw quite some deer that close. It was so bizarre.
Go to the wildlife refuge in the middle of Huron National Forest. You'll be like,
There's
holy
so much
shit.
to Missouri, though, man. It's incredible. I love it. Okay, so I have legal plates on my vehicle now. Cahokia Mound is going to be on my bucket list. I'm going to like check mark next to it.
Yeah, when I
Great,
go
knock it off
camping, I
the
don't
bucket.
just take the generator either. I take the hotspot, the laptop, flat screen.
That ain't camping. That's glamming or glamping.
I have an electric fucking blanket. I don't even fuck around. It gets cold in the winter, man. You can camp in a little camper with a fucking battery for 10 hours of light if you want. Shit, there'll be 4 foot of snow up here, motherfucker. I want a generator and 600 pounds of propane.
Yeah, up there. Like down here, you don't need that much. I mean, it would be nice. Like,
What you're
Michael,
talking about isn't camping here, it's dying.
but
What
Michael,
the
I
hell?
lived in.
well, no, like what I'm
600
talking about is like camping
pounds
during
of
the summertime.
propane?
Like your summertime, like
Michael,
your late summer, where it's like 70s to 60s. Yeah,
Oh, then I need air conditioning.
hey,
yeah, that's what I'm
so
saying.
Michael,
It's a different kind of need. Sorry, Jenny.
Michael, no, that's all good. Michael, so where I
Jenny!
hi. So I moved to a different town, and it was like in this really old farmhouse, and it was actually wood burn stove.
Nice.
So like avid hunting went on, and my fiance at the time happened to be a very avid chef. So it was like prime rib. I mean, oh man, those guys were awesome, all hunting and shit. So,
Sounds
but
like
I was
home.
like flabbergasted at what I saw at the National Cemetery. I couldn't believe it. I was like in like Jurassic Park, but deer version or something.
So
I
you
I
mean,
like
bet.
that dry age?
I'm gonna bring vegetables with me. Huh?
You like that dry age flavor?
You lost me somewhere. You'll have to. I apologize.
Dry age.
Like prime rib is usually dry aged.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the correction. I do appreciate that. I'll have to say that different.
Well, like you can get other cuts dry aged as well.
Right.
Like it just doesn't have to be like the best one I think would be the pacaya, which is the fat cap of the it's like the best cut. It's like the fat cap
Yep.
of the steaks where the ribs are. It's not exactly a rib roast, not exactly a loin, but it's got that fat cap. Like the brisket fat cap. Oh, it's just perfect.
Well, it sounds like you know a lot more about all that than me, so I can appreciate that.
Yeah, but don't take me hunting with you and hand me a knife and expect me to skin the deer because I don't know what the fuck I'm
I'll show you how.
Hang it upside down.
Yeah,
I'll show you
I
how to
don't.
dress it, mark it. All you gotta do is tell me what cut you want.
Yeah.
I mean, the sooner you get the
I'm
skin off, the better.
Ah,
That's the thing.
I'm pretty
take it
sure I could
slow.
You just got to drop the guts,
pretty,
right?
yeah, I'm pretty sure I could figure it out. It's just you want to miss, puncturing certain organs. That's the
Yeah,
part that,
Yeah, that's
I'm
what
not
I'm worried
familiar
about.
with.
that's why
Sometimes
I
I
take
fuck
it
up on fish.
slow. On the skin, you don't want to puncture anything you don't want to puncture. Plus, you want to be able to use the hide for something, if not sell it.
Yeah.
All hides are, deer hide, elk hide. All that's valuable. Even
Rabbit,
rabbit pelt. Yeah,
coyote.
um a jackrabbit fur coat get up in the thousands.
Yeah. Oh, I just saw we have like the fucking coolest
That's a fat
phenomenon.
cap.
We got a little fox running around out here. Little bastard. I thought it was a long ass cat with a bushy tail, but nope, it was a fox. I was like, oh, look at its little fox. So cool.
Oh hell yeah, it's snowing here. I got snow everywhere. I start to see a lot of wildlife wandering around when I got snow, but I leave a certain amount
It's,
of crops in the fields.
yeah, so they can eat. Yeah, it's a little bit more
Yep.
noticeable too, because most creatures are still active during the wintertime.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think they're martins or something like that. They're little rodents, pretty good for fur. but I don't think you can live off of them. I mean, you can
I
live off
wouldn't
of them like
try.
catching the fur. I mean, people do in Alaska, but
Right, I'd eat them.
yeah, I don't know about eating them though. I don't know if like they're any good.
Ah, with the right seasonings, it's all good. Especially if in the proper situation.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like some things you eat and you're just like, this isn't even edible. What the fuck? Like swahi fish. Oh my god, that shit is
Yeah.
horrible. It's like has the texture and flavor of like poached egg whites. No matter what you do. And
Poached.
the texture is like halibut, so it's like real meaty, and you're just like, wow, what the fuck? No, no. It's like
You're
meaty,
starving
but the
yourself.
bite just like dissolves, and you're just like thinking eggs. No, it's not an egg. It's a fucking fish.
What'd you say? Hank's in the house? Hey, Hank. Nope, not anymore. Oh, yeah, you are. Never mind.
I'm about ready to spark this spliff up, man.
Okay,
You're
hold
late.
up.
You're late.
That's
Hold
what
up
I'm
just
I
a
heard
saying.
you
couple of seconds.
talking about it, and I already twisted mine and almost finished it. So
Fuck, I'm
I
halfway
just
through mine. Shit.
Well,
I
I'm
just
working
joined you
on it
guys with.
now. Yeah, what's the
I'm
flat
so
Earth
high I
showing?
forgot I didn't need anymore.
Ooh, pretty. Hey, it's already turning.
Light up that bifta.
Yeah, that's it. That's a back 20.
Sonny.
I've shot a
Yeah, I was
deer
gonna say
all the
hi to
way
Sonny because he
across.
said hi to me.
Yeah,
Wasn't
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
rumpus the fuck out of my show, but how you
Is
doing,
it
Wait a
Sonny?
minute.
I enjoyed the music, bro.
Hey, Hank, thank you. I appreciate it, man. You've always been very supportive of like my plan.
Nice.
I appreciate it,
Yeah, I
man.
like the music. Good vibes. I
It's gonna
drive a
get.
vibe.
Yeah, man, I like it so you guys
Uh,
can listen to 8 minutes of
I'm
music there,
sorry to hear that. he said he
No, I
drives a
love my
vibe.
Pontiac vibe.
Don't walk past that. Hank's a big guy. How the fuck you fit in the vibe, bro?
Yeah. So
I've always loved little cars.
stand by with that song to have a brand new track where it's going to be fully produced. Like that's my first take right there. So it's just the idea I got, and it sounded beautiful just as a quick recording like that, you know. So awesome.
Yeah, I dug it. Good. I was sitting there listening to it, and it was like just. I was just thinking about like hippies, like in the field with sunflowers, and peace and no war, and making
Damn right,
love and not
bird.
bullets.
I don't know. I have a whole different picture. Like that song has a lot of pain involved in it, and struggle, and difficulties, and loss. You know, but it's all right. It's still a happy song.
Yeah, I dig it.
I love the winter.
'Cause I had to find a way.
I get a foot of snow, I'll be in that field doing 130 on my fucking Arctic, and that ain't no lie. We go over there with the excavator and build ramps and make a track. Well, it's time to eat this fucking fat ass omelet. I'm gonna mute so y'all don't hear me munching.
Nothing like breakfast for dinner.
The best omelet I ever had was like a fajita spinach omelet. So it had like red, green, and onions and mushrooms and spinach in the middle of the omelet.
That's what I'll usually get if I'm on the road. Like if I'm driving a truck, I'll get like breakfast even at night. Like
Yeah.
that's what I'll be jonesing for.
Another thing is like chicken cooked with pico de gallo, like halfway through the meal. So anytime you can soak chicken in jalapeno juice, it's so worth it. It's so good.
What do you smash the jalapenos or you grind them up?
Well, you just grind them up and put a little water or a little vinegar in there, and
Okay.
then you take the chicken and you soak it in that.
How long do you leave it?
3 hours on heat. So it's like
Hey,
real,
Ron.
like a real low heat.
You marinate with heat. Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Hank.
Hi, Jenny. I don't think that was Hank who said hi to you. I'm not sure who that was. Let me look.
Oh, I said,
No,
yeah, Hank up into his house. I
he's
said
telling
that.
me he's telling us how to make the jalapeno marinade, but I never did a marinade where it's hot.
Oh yeah, it's good.
I put it in the fridge. Is what I marinate it cold. I mean, not hot spicy, but hot liquid.
Oh yeah, that's like a marinate and cook all at the same time. Because to me, like chicken is really bland. Like it needs a punch. Like it needs something to go with it. So you can do like it's kind of like corn. Corn needs red pepper, like that crushed red pepper that you get on your pizzas. Like to me, like I can't eat corn without some kind of like amazing pepper on it. It's just too bland.
Not
So
the
for me,
corn
it's the
up
same
here.
thing
It's
with
got, we
chicken.
get sweet corn.
Oh no, I don't do sweet corn. Another good recipe is to take the chicken thigh and rip the skin up and stuff it with like chopped onions, jalapenos, and cilantro, and then like fold it back down and then cook it in the oven. And then when it comes out, like scrape all that crap off, but the flavors are inside. But
Hank,
yeah, chicken
I
always has
saw, I
to.
you know
think,
that
uh,
you
a friend of mine, real quick, a friend of mine gave me a bunch of really hot peppers from her garden, and I just chopped them all up and I slow cooked them with some chicken breast, and I did exactly what you said, scraped it all off, and I actually made rice with it actually later. But it was the flavor was amazing. I made chicken quesadillas out of them, and it was like, woof, excelente.
take some
So
chicken wings, right? And you know that diced garlic that in a jar? You use that garlic
mhm.
and some sriracha. You mix that in a bowl and you dredge the chicken wings in it and then you barbecue the wings. Ah, delicious. The chili garlic wings. Fuck yeah. Oh, great, here come a bunch of donkeys stampeding. But yeah,
Is it the
try.
Democrats trying to get votes?
Yeah, they're running on a campaign, I guess.
Just vote anti-Trump. We don't care.
Democrats are always
Just
on
vote
that
not
damn
Trump.
trail, you know.
It's a Congress of donkeys.
Holy cow. That's what I got to say. Have you guys heard of the new South Park movie? It's called Post COVID.
Yes. Yes.
Dude, I watched it the other day.
Right on.
Definitely
Nice.
to watch it.
Great for the post part. Awesome.
Yeah,
So yeah, just search it.
there's a twist.
It's craziness. I can't believe they're allowed to do that. I mean, it's a parody and all, but okay. You know, Simpsons are on their 33rd season. IJS. All right, so where's Ron? I haven't heard Ron in forever. For a minute.
You just
Like a
got to
long
I'm
talking.
just
time.
listening in.
Jenny, is that post-COVID? Is it like
Yes,
slightly
that's it,
away
dude.
information?
That is so messed up. It was supposed to be 40 years after it started. So they're all like, I guess they were all like, what, 9? So definitely, I might even watch it again. There's got to be an Easter egg or two in there. There would have to be. Right?
Did anybody see how many years the FDA wants until they release the actual documents about the approval
knows?
documents? They want
Oh,
55 years. FDA doesn't want to tell you exactly what's on those approval documents until 55 years from now.
That's
So in other words, they want
insane.
everybody to be dead and not angry and come kick their asses.
That's insane. Insane. Just like Rob Zombie said. Was it Rob? No, it wasn't him. Who said insane in the membrane? What group was that, you guys?
Cypress Hill.
Thank you. Those guys. I don't believe it. I believe you, but that's hard to believe that that's what's going on. The Simpsons have had to have done some sort of episode like what's going on. I should look into that. Anybody else see any really good movies I can add to my watch list?
I really like this one movie. I can't remember the name of it, but it was something about a murder on a train, and the investigator with the big mustache, he was like there when the murder happened, and it's got Johnny Depp in it. I can't remember the name of the movie.
Dude,
Murder on the Orient
new
Express.
one?
Yes, it's not real
So
new,
it's
but
an old
Murder on the
one?
Oriental Express. Dude, it's hilarious.
Is
Yeah,
it
I
an
loved it.
old movie?
Couple years.
So I still solved it before they revealed it, but usually
So no spoiler.
no, I wasn't gonna spoil it. Usually I solve it a lot sooner. Like I figure it out a lot sooner. But this movie kept me guessing until like almost the very end.
Oh, that's great. I'm sure I'll be fascinated with it then if you couldn't, because I don't know. All right, I wrote it down. Anybody else got a good movie they seen recently? I have one. Well, somebody else is thinking of it. My mom recommended one to me, and this is from 1973 or something, and it was called Soylent Green, and it's actually based off of a book. I have the audio book. I have to listen to it.
I'm surprised you haven't seen Silent Green. There's a new Marvel movie out there called Eternals, and
Oh, I think I have that saved on my watch list on my Internet Movie Database. So I will definitely be looking that up because, you can find everything you need on the internet and just borrow it. It's not illegal.
the thing with that movie is now that you know the truth and you hear some of the names and what the message is behind it, yeah, it's literally the destroyer.
All right, I'm definitely intrigued. The Eternals, right?
Yeah, and then there's also Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. That's another good one.
Can you do a link for that one? Any chance?
Yeah, if you don't like murder mysteries, you probably wouldn't like it. But me, I love a good like murder mystery. To me, that was like one of the best ones that I've seen in a long time.
Actually, I read a handful of Janet Ivanovich. She was like some detective or something. So she did like a really long series of books. So I don't know if that counts really, but there's like way better out there. But I just know she, for years and years, wrote books. So. Thanks, man. I'm gonna look that up. It's like next to impossible to keep track of all the quote unquote TV series and movies. I mean, every genre is like totally saturated.
Every time I go home, my family's watching Hank Hill or King of the Hill. Like this whole month, they just binge watching it.
That's hilarious, man. So, how many seasons are there to King of the Hill? I used to watch it back in the day.
I don't know. They've been watching it so long. I want to say about 10. They've been watching it a while.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I don't know
Because,
for
I
sure
mean,
though.
I'm kind of a fan. I used to watch Daria and I loved Beavis and Butthead. And so, like, Hank, that was like next level, my opinion.
I just
I did
love how
not
he's so old
realize
fashioned
King of
that
the Hill went that. Oh, sorry, Hank. I didn't realize King of the Hill ran that long.
I didn't realize either. I didn't watch the show until someone, said that I sounded like him, and
Man,
then
that is
I
like
just kind of adopted it.
for as many years or seasons that they had, that's pretty high up there on record.
13 seasons, 97 to 2010.
Wow,
Damn. Oh, they revamped. There's It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I heard. I haven't looked that up yet. And
that's a lot
Dexter
of
is back.
animation.
Yeah, Dexter is back too. I couldn't be more excited. I don't care what anybody else says. I'm waiting for Westworld. Hopefully, it'll come back for season 4.
Dexter, you be watching that serial killer?
Hell yeah! I love serial
That
killers. Like when I was
motherfucker
younger.
is
Oh man.
batshit crazy.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
that Time Life series, Serial Killers
Oh, you
by
know what?
Time Life.
I actually read the books that the series is based off of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it
And
better
it was
than the
like,
series?
oh my gosh, like
That
probably like 2 decades ago.
that dude is batshit fucking crazy.
Just a wee bit.
Yeah, a wee.
He probably could have had like injections of medication.
That motherfucker got multiple personalities.
I have to say my favorite was John Lithgow that season that he played. The villain that got annihilated.
I have several characters, probably about at least a dozen. I'd say, isn't it good that they're under control?
Oh, he just said I got 5 people inside of me trying to control my body.
Uh-huh. Which one are you gonna give the driving wheel to today?
Yeah, every
Well, if
now and then, without a
you guys
doubt,
haven't seen it,
the
you
crazy flat
need to
earther
go
will
check it
pop
out.
out.
You guys have to check it out. I'm telling you, it's not too shabby, in my opinion.
I've watched Dexter a couple times. It was on, and I didn't feel like I was too high to click the clicker.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how. I can't remember how many seasons. I think 5.
My daughter's like, "What are we watching, Dad?" I was like, "Dexter."
Did you get all that snow today, Mike?
Oh no, over about 3 days.
Well, I
Damn,
mean,
that's a.
we don't have any. Like by me, there's none. It's
It's
nice
like
out.
spring in
Really?
Missouri. It
Yeah.
was like 80 degrees the other day.
I
Well,
got
we're
snow.
both in Michigan. I'm in Detroit, and he's like in more central Michigan, but he's got snow and I don't.
Right. So if you
I'm
look at the patios where it's thick, it's not that thick anymore. It's a thin
Okay,
layer,
so
but
Michael, tell me
yeah,
if this makes sense.
it
Tell me if
snowed
this
about
makes sense. So
4 times over the
I,
last 2 weeks.
I've heard people say that farmers are saying certain types of caterpillars or something, or some sort of worm, they aren't as fuzzy, so it's not going to be much of a winter in our area. So I don't know if there's any truth to
Right.
that.
It's an old wise tale. Sometimes it's right.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Well, caterpillar's so sensitive as it goes through metamorphosis, it knows damn well what the weather is going to be. So they say if it's really fuzzy, it's because it's suited up for a hard winter. And if they're
Hmm.
not, then they're like, I can leave my fur coat in my ass because it's not going to be that cold.
Oh God.
But me, I always just wait and see, you know.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
who do you rather listen to, Michael? The farmers or the weatherman?
Hey, them old guys know some shit.
I know, right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the weather stuff that the old folks taught me, like when you got that really beautiful sunset, it's gonna be like a storm in a few days. You get some rain. If they say that you got like a really like beautiful sunrise, then it's gonna be like a hell of a storm, bro. Could you not hit me, bro? The fuck? That was inches. Damn. I'm over here dodging motherfuckers like shit.
And what kind of caterpillar did you say it was?
I don't know if it was a caterpillar or a worm, but I think
Oh,
they said fuzzy
I
worm. And
fuzzy.
so,
No, it's a woolly bear.
sure, I'll go with that.
Or
um,
they're called woolly worms. Woolly worms or woolly bear.
woolly worms, sure. That would that's probably what I heard, Michael. So.
Yeah, and the color has got a lot to do with it too. The blacker they are, the harder the winter's going to be. But they'll also be more fuzzier if they're blacker. They'll have more fur.
Very interesting. Yeah, I'd
And like,
rather listen to the Earth than someone that goes by computer models. What, I'm the weatherman. That's what I heard somebody else say the other day. That's not really my opinion. I'll just say that for the record.
yeah, that's some old dudes down at the farmer's market chewing tobacco talking that shit.
Aha. So that makes sense why I heard it in the grocery store.
Yeah, probably.
So I'd totally be okay with that. I'll just say. Well, isn't that handy? Online edition. That's what they look like? Wow.
Yep. And so also the thinner or thicker the gold bear is, the rust, it's called a rust bar. If that's real thin, it's going to be heavy snow. If it's wider, it'll be constant, but not heavy. I mean, these old men, they got a whole thing for that crap. If it's almost all black, you might as well say you're in for a blizzard.
No kidding. Very interesting. Well, hopefully I happen to be in the right spot in Missouri, and I can squeak by on a winter.
I got all them oaks and chestnut and walnut trees and shit.
That sounds good.
Caterpillars everywhere.
We never even had a winter here. We had one major rain, like in September, October. It has rained since, and it looks like it's already spring.
Those things right there are great for fishing. River fish love them. Yeah, because they get blown out of the trees and into the river. So it's part of their natural food supply. I can take one of them and throw it across the river and let it land on the other shore and watch a wake go up and go straight for it. I can watch fish fight to get to it first. Oh, that guy's a pussy. I can chop wood better than him.
I'm sure you can, Michael J. Smith.
Minus the core, I've split wood for heat my entire life. Do that shit for fun. It's funny when me and my brother get drunk and we decide to split wood. That's a sight to see. It's a competition. Two old men, drunk as shit. If you ask my daughter, look at them two old farts.
That isn't just some ordinary kind of entertainment. That's a special kind.
Yeah. And no, really, that's a pretty good talent there. He's got one-handed swings, both sides. I can do that, though. But you have to have a strong wrist to keep that straight and hit square that many times in a row. Both of his wrists are strong than a motherfucker. That's a guy that could put the, dick grippers on you and you ain't going nowhere. Excuse my French, but
dick grippers.
When a farmer grabs some shit, he don't drop it. I grabbed 2 bags of manure, one in each hand, 100 pounds apiece, and I'm not dropping shit. I'll climb all over the tractor with that shit.
Yeah, that's true. Like sailor, you got to be able to grab. You got to be able to climb up rope sometimes, maybe.
For a little guy, I got a hell of a grip.
Sometimes my wrists are really strong. Sometimes, like I've experienced, I don't know if it's being a musician most of my life, I've experienced periods of like zero strength in my wrists at times. Like it goes away though. It's really weird.
Joint stiffness or tendonitis. Yeah, bursitis, tendonitis. You can get bursitis in your wrists.
No, I don't have any of that.
Elbows.
I don't have any of that. Even at my age, I don't know how I avoided it. But
do your elbows ever swell? You ever get water on your elbows?
No, never. But I have problems with my shoulders, both shoulders, and some neck problems because it causes my hands to go numb if I'm in the wrong position for too long. Yeah, like if I'm laying wrong.
Disc.
Yeah, I got problems in my lower back too. But you know what? I don't worry about none of that stuff.
I hear you, Sonny. I'll still run the jackhammer.
Here's the thing. Here's the way I figure it. Okay, if I'm going to be stopped by something because it fails, then that's one thing. But I'm going to keep going until then. So good luck with the fail. I'm doing all right so far.
After working on that excavator for 3 days, my lower back is like fucking numb right now. I'm still realigning it. Shit's like an erector kit. I gotta get up every morning and do stretches in the line that realign it every morning. And I'm serious as it gets. That's a dumbass there. Cut that big ass log to drop in a truck. I can't believe anybody's that dumb. He must have wanted to just wreck that old truck. I mean, who wouldn't know that's 2,000-3,000 pounds of wood there about to fall in the back of that truck? Who the hell wouldn't know that?
1990. That's some old camcorder footage there.
Right. Like, well, yeah, this dude, they had the wrong drunk motherfucker on the farm that day. I wouldn't even have risked that old F-100. Shit, that's a nice truck. Well, it was. I mean, still is. Ain't nothing but a thing to me. I fix any of that. I like them older trucks, too. They look good, all dialed up, candy coated, chrome hoppers, dually chrome tips. I just had to put modern stuff in air conditioning, power windows. I'll drive a 40s car, but I guarantee you it'll have air conditioning. My rat rod's got air conditioning in the motherfucker. I just pulled it out of the field, wet sanded it, and clear coated it. Still looks like it did sitting in the field. Then I put a 426 Hemi in it and some modern air conditioning, cruise control, power windows. I built that for my kid, though.
Mike, that is so bad. Hold on, I'm supposed to be AFK right now. I can't get anything done because I can't get away from gifts. Okay. I'm going out. That ride sounds fantastic, though.
Whoa.
Was it me, or did he sound like he was on a CB radio? Breaker, Sonny, come back. That there audio was overmodulated, Rajo.
Sounded like he had his squelch turned up.
I thought we was talking on a CB radio. Sounded like he was skip land. And I had to rotate the antenna towards his signal.
No, it actually sounded like he was on a UHF.
Same shit.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me tell you what happened. I unplug it because I have to move things around. I forget when I unplug it, it goes to the laptop's mic, which is horrible.
Oh.
So yeah. Anyway, over and out. Good buddy.
Jennifer and Rajo.
Okay, how about a little outro, and then I'm going to go to the stove. Here's a little harmonica for your day. Is it too loud? Can you hear it?
What? Yeah, that's fine. It was fine.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure. I'm going to go in a second, but I thought you might like this because I'm really good at her.
I used to have this old dog named Pig and another one named Spike, and when they come down around across that holler, they sound a little something like this. Do the choo-choo train. Wow, wow. Levelist, you ain't right.
play the harp just like I play the guitar. It's crazy, y'all.
Dude,
All
sounds
right.
good, brother.
I'm gonna go for a second.
It's not a harmonica?
It is a harmonica.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah, it's a cheap harmonica too. Not all the reeds, so I have to adapt. Anyway, that's what we do, right? Adapt. I'm gonna go for a segment later.
Let's see. People are. Let's see. ASSI. You have control of your microphone. You're unmuted. Would you like to join the conversation? Asai? If you speak, I can give you a role where you can always speak. Oh, he laughed. Hell, should I ban him? Just for running? Punk ass. Don't be scared. Learn them the words and square dance. The only fucking new guy.
Damn those new guys.
Damn them. God damn it, Bobby.
Damn it, Bobby.
Well, I was looking for a new guy and I found one, but he freaking split. Oh shit, they want me to talk.
Oh
Some
no.
6-year-old. I can't talk or they'll know I'm not 13. Mom!
Mom! Where's that voice changing machine you got?
Mom, give me your card. Craig needs some meth to fight the flat earth. Mom, I need a lighter and some foil too. I'm gonna need 20.
Aluminum. Tin's better.
Ma, Craig gotta get high to eat them flat earthers for a week straight. Big shout out to Meth Head Craig from Fight the Flat Earth. From all of us here at 24/7, a big fuck you, Meth Head. This is Battle Mod with your public announcement. Come off your live stream and come get a real debate, Craig. Or we can mop the floor with your candy ass.
Mm-hmm. Nah, they're too chicken for that. You know that.
He's too high.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, Craig got meth charges.
Is there such thing as too high? I didn't know there was.
Well, when we're talking about Metho-Americans or Metho-Eurasians, he got meth charges.
Oh, damn it. Those suck.
Dos methiosis. They only like certain type people on it. The only flat earthers who'll debate are giving him answers like God made it that way. God created this. He won't debate one that can get into science. He's scared.
Yeah.
He sticks to religious people and he tries to paint a portrait that says we're all religious, but hey, there's no forgiveness in me. Come in here and see about Battle Mod. Your religion won't save you here.
You talking about methed out Craig at Fight the Flat Earth with meth?
Yeah, Craig!
With meth?
Hold that foil, man. We're gonna fight the flat earth, man.
You mean fight the fat shirt?
Yeah. Yeah. How the fuck's a meth head get fat? That's a good question, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I don't know. I've never heard of that. You're not a very good method if you're getting fat.
He goes from a meth bender to a food bender, back to a meth bender. He's just Bender.
He's just bad at things.
That's not actually fat, that's cancer.
It's it tumors.
He's just Bender. I love that.
He's got tumors everywhere, huh? That's not his head. That's a tumor.
It's Bendy Space. So I had my grandson's 3rd birthday here today, and he got his wrist broken playing on the jumpy house. I feel so bad.
He got what?
He fractured his wrist playing on the damn jumpy house.
Oh, damn.
I feel shitty, bro. I feel so bad.
Yeah, my sister's out here with her grandson and hanging out for the night.
So I guess I'm gonna be jumping in the jumpy house then, I guess.
He's 2 and a half, and we're teaching him to use the potty. Every time he goes poop, he comes in here, bends over, and stuffs his ass right in the air and says, "Uncle Mike, I need help." I'm like, man, kid.
That's when you don't want him to say in the grocery store.
Right. I need help here. Give me help.
My ass is broke here, Grandpa.
Yeah. I
Oh,
don't pick on him though. I don't want to give him a complex, so I just wipe his ass for him.
You don't have to. The other kids in school will do that.
Right. Well, hopefully 2.5 years to potty train his ass. Hopefully we won't have to worry about that.
Yeah,
he's a good kid. He got poop on his hand when he was trying to learn, and so he's a little bit slow about wanting to try again. He don't want no shit on his hand.
At least he doesn't like shit on his hand. Most kids don't mind and they smear it every year.
Yeah, I'm like, kid, you can wash it, a little poop won't kill you. You just work. That's why you wash your hands when you leave the bathroom.
There you go.
He's a good kid though.
Sorry.
He likes coming out here. I set up the Nintendo 64 for him, give him a paddle and a milk crate full of games,
There you go.
That's awesome.
My sister likes to read books, so she just sits there and reads books while he plays games.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I don't say no much unless it's sugar. I'm not going to give him much sugar all fucking day long. But anything else, you want to play with that? Go ahead.
Yeah, Nintendo 64, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah, fuck. I was down there playing 007 with him earlier. He was getting mad.
Yeah.
You shooting me?
007, yeah.
You shooting me? I was loving it. I was like, shit, this is better than COD.
Yeah. I used to love that, man.
I put it on 1-hit kills, give him the golden gun, and then stand still so he can shoot me. Like, takes 15 shots. I'm like, come on, kid. Reload the damn thing and pop me in the head. I even put it in big head mode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In DK mode. And then he's like, I got you. I was like, fuck. It took you 3 clips, man. What the hell? And I wasn't even moving.
This is fantastic, brother.
I showed him how to use the gun that you can turn into a robot gun and throw it on the wall.
Yeah.
He's happy. He's like, oh, I'm getting points. I'm killing people. Mike, I'm killing people. I'm like, yep.
Did you say Honky Mike or Unky Mike?
Unky. He calls me Unky.
I think Honky's funnier, but okay.
Yeah, he didn't say honky.
It did sound like it though for a second. I swear that's what I heard. Anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get.
It would have been funnier.
It kind of sounds like Honky Mike sometimes. I got one of my cousins is colored and his name's Mike, so I guess when we're out here, he could call him Black Mike and me Honky Mike. Neither one of us would get mad, but
Oh, we just call you Cracker Mike.
Right.
Yeah. Would be funny.
Kids say the darndest shit, don't they?
Oh man, I'm telling you. I've got a 14-year-old, and Yeah.
Yeah, I got a 16-year-old. I hear you.
Yeah. 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 I
It
mean,
ain't
this
so
shit.
funny, but we got to keep
No, it's
laughing or
not.
we'll
Yeah.
cry.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Think she
It's
runs
not
everything.
funny. Yeah, he thinks he does too. And my brother, my brother's got a 14-year-old female. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my daughter's 16. I got a 16-year-old daughter.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I was married, it was like having two wives.
Yep.
Whatever the old lady said, she co-signed that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. That dude, and it's Oh man, the conversation could go far here, but I don't think it would be on topic.
Right.
Dealing with a fucking boy and a girl is two different things, and it
sure
can
is.
get crazy. It can get crazy.
For the man, hell, the women, they're argumentative anyway. They're cool.
Why is he so?
The girl starts arguing with them, and they're like, "Oh, challenge accepted."
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well,
You want to argue,
either
huh?
way, it's like challenge accepted, and it's like then you got to try to explain things, and it's like, what the fuck?
Sometimes it's better to not say anything at all.
Yeah, my daughter's pretty level-headed, but I mean, sometimes she can be a task.
Yeah, and well, that's the thing. Like my brother's daughter, like she kind of looks to me as dad, and oh man, having a I don't know. She's listening to me, but it's like tough, like trying to deal with a female.
At that age, too, they're going through a lot of changes and learning how to deal with it.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, the most disappointing thing about having a little girl is that when they get to that age where they think you're God, and they think, they want to marry you, and they think you're the best man in the world, and then 6 months later they hate your guts and they don't want anything to do with you. It's
You're
like
wrong.
Yeah,
Dad. Shut up, Dad.
Exactly. Well,
Stop right there before you're even wronger.
No, it's kind of like that. It's like they look up to you, and you think you're the perfect guy. They think you're the perfect guy. That they need to find the guy like you, and then all of a sudden
you go from hero to zero.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah,
and it's so weird because it's like they look up to you so much, and then all of a sudden you're nothing to them. And
you're wrong.
Yeah. Oh God, man, I hate that. Like I don't know, man, but I feel like she still comes back. She asks me questions, and like she still looks up. So I feel good, but
when my daughter gets like that, I just tell her, "Look, when you get a boyfriend, don't treat him like that, or he'll leave."
Yeah.
That makes her think about it. Then she's like, "Well, wait,
yeah.
So my dad's wanting to leave right now."
Yeah.
I don't do any other men any favor. I ain't talking nobody up for my daughter. let the man do that on his own, man.
You bring them home. I'm putting the 1911 G.
No, any little fella comes around my little niece, dude, I'm like, fuck no, that guy's not good enough for you.
4 clips.
No.
Nobody's ever good for him, even if they're horrible.
Military
or even
Desert Eagle.
Yeah, there you go.
Set it right on the table next to the coffee and sip the coffee. What's that, Desert Eagle? Who are you? Why you ask about my pistol? Oh, you want to date my daughter? Sit down, boy. I like to scare the shit out of them. My daughter's always, when they leave, she's like, damn it, Dad. I was like, hey, it's the only time I get payback. And remember where you was mean to me last night? Let's go shopping.
they take your daughter out, they ain't gonna be sleeping with her, right?
Yeah. Hey, this is how I get my daughter back. I say, let's go shopping for that shit you wanted. And then when we get shopping, I get all loud and embarrass her. And she's like, Dad. And I was like, remember that argument earlier? You didn't win. I'm winning right now. Go up next to a big fat chick and be like, your dad's about to fart loud as hell. My daughter hates it. Dad. Or I'll call her Tater Tot in front of her friends. That's my nickname. It's like, damn it, Dad.
That's fantastic.
Oh, believe me, the argument never ends. I get annoyed by her in the house, and I'll be like, I'm going to go play with my cars, and she follows me right to the barn. So, I get along pretty good with my daughter, though. She just gets bored for the most part. So I'm glad my sister's here today. She don't see her Aunt Lisa that often, so she's hanging out with her.
That's how it was at my house today. My brother and my sister, everybody was like over here today, like all of everybody's cousins. Like I got a 14-year-old son, and he had all of his cousins, and both my brother and sister and their kids. Like everybody was over at the house today, so it was pretty good. Plus, everybody like seems to get along very well when they're all over here. Like, I don't know, it's nice.
Oh yeah, there's rap battles.
I heard like a ding, so I thought somebody else might wanted to talk.
I think that was my notification sounds for rap battles. They're having rap battles tonight on this rap server I'm on.
Okay. Nice.
But I'm alright.
Yeah, nah, but everybody was over. Everybody was getting along. Everybody was, yeah, nice. It was a nice night.
I like my family get-togethers too.
Yeah.
Fills the house up.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It dude, it was nice getting hugs.
All these people got VC verified with valued roles. One dude's got Globe Earther and VC. What the hell is with these mods? Somebody came back that ain't been here in a year or something that's got mod? Had to go through the role system with moderators, but I'm not doing it because it's been done and here we are,
Yeah.
Smooth moderator.
Right. I just correct it and move on.
How you been?
Hell, I'm alive. I never complain when I'm alive, bro. I wake up.
I'm
Hell yeah.
alive too.
It's a good day. You know what
Hell
I'm
yeah.
saying?
I just walked out of work. It's an even better day. Shit.
Oh, I bet.
Man, motherfucker's trying to kick my ass.
Shit, my season's ending when I get done maintaining the equipment. I'm done for the winter. I can fucking relax.
Why cooking these motherfuckers, man? From when I walk in this bitch till right now, the ticket's still popping in that bitch. I'm like, damn.
Well, I bet cook is a hard job.
Yeah, especially when it's like you by yourself a lot and you got to do all your prep and shit. I mean, I got another good dude that helps me and does a lot of shit too. I mean, fuck, but yeah, when you
Standing
got a
by a
couple,
grill.
well, grill, fryer, fucking
Yep.
the pots. We got 4 stoves
all day long. Hell, I'd tip the cook like I tipped the waitress if I could. I have got him to bring the cook out when I enjoyed my meal and gave him a tip.
Oh man, you wouldn't believe the ladies and the dudes are like, man, I want to shake his hand. I want to give him a kiss. They want to kiss me because the food's good.
Yeah, well, fuck, when you order something medium rare, medium well, and it comes medium well, you have to appreciate that.
Oh yeah, I do. I try to do my shit perfect, as perfect as I can. I mean, for whatever that means.
Right. I mean, I don't want to fucking say medium rare and get a burnt fucking chip, you know? And then say, oh, yeah, he's a good
Right.
cook. Anybody can burn a steak, shit.
Right. Hell no. Yeah, this other little dude I was teaching him, and like he kept getting shit sent back, and I was like, "Do it like this," and he was like, "Well, I'm doing it kind of like the recipe." I was like, "Well, that's where you're fucking up. You need to do it like just exactly how I showed you." I mean, I know the recipe's great and everything, but I just add like a little dab more of this and that, like a little bit more, and the people just want it that way. That's just how they want it, and I was like, "Just do that, and you'll never have a problem." He started doing it, never had a problem.
Well, you eat that same stuff for your lunch, huh?
Oh yeah, I'll eat. Yeah, I eat the food I cook. Yeah, if I cook it,
Yeah.
I'll eat it. I mean,
Yeah, so,
I'm a picky person. I don't like a lot of things, but I'm saying I will eat like whatever I cook, I'll eat. I will never give somebody something that's something I wouldn't eat. Yeah.
yeah, that was my point, too. You make it the way you like it. That's how I prefer people who cook to taste, not to program or process.
Right. Right.
The process can be fucked up. You can't fuck up cooking it to taste.
Right. Have a couple little spoons. Yep.
Yup, or knowing damn well where you want to be and cooking it by appearance.
Yeah, you eat by appearance, and then but taste is a big thing too. I mean,
Yep.
appearance is so much percent, and then it's got to taste good also. So yeah, it's got to look good. It's got to taste good. As long as it meets that criteria, usually, I mean, people are happy. Shit.
Yep.
I do have a lot of people that'll order they'll order shit their way, but just the weirdest way. And I'm like, what the hell is that even? I've never even, the whole time I worked here, I've never heard of that, like put together like that. But some people just have in their mind, like the way they want something, and, we'll make it for them, but it's just weird. They'll be like, I want pure white sauce. And I'm like, the white sauce that comes in this is just like a fucking cream. It's just it's like a roux cream. It's like nothing. It's like mush. And they just want it. I'm like, man, it's just weird.
Sometimes the ambiance can change the taste as well. You light a couple candles, get a little more romantic in there. It's going to change the flavor.
Yeah, that's what that appearance thing. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you put on some music that really heightens the mood a little bit. They're going to love it. Nobody likes mariachi bands or opera sang to them as much. I think that takes the flavor down a little bit. Some of those restaurants that they sing to you while you're eating.
Yeah. Well, I mean, or the background elevator music, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm surprised there's not an elevator restaurant. You get into an elevator, and each floor is a different experience.
Hey, that's a fucking idea right there. And you could use liquid. That way nobody could really die or like, you know what I mean? Have like a floating bottom and you just hydraulic pump it up. That way they ain't got to worry about just falling with the pulley. You know what I'm saying? The rope. You can have that too, but yeah, just a liquid tube, and each way up you can have like you can see aquatic. It'll be a dining room inside of an aquarium. That'd be pretty badass.
Or you get to pick the fish that you want to cook, like a lobster, what they do with the lobster tanks. But I see.
Yeah, you could see all the live shit around you that's possible to eat on that menu. Oh, that'd be pretty good too. Pretty
Fresh
cool.
as
Some type of
sushi.
visual menu type thing, like where each floor you go up, visually what you're looking at is what you might like want to pick to eat or whatever. Like, I don't know, in a way. That'd be pretty weird. You could have some regular scenery, background scenery, like waterfalls and shit or anything. I mean, that'd be pretty cool. You know, today with the little screens and the shit, the flat screen, you can do anything. Green screen.
Yeah, the future of dining is endless potential.
Well, what about dining up in the air?
Like in a blimp or something?
Well, yeah, but in that tube we're talking about, it just takes you up.
Yeah.
Liquid pushes you up. It holds its own rigidity.
I like the idea of dining in a blimp.
Yep, and spiral. Yeah, dining in a blimp, a hot air dining balloon, and you know, either way.
Yeah, I bet it
I'm
tastes
just
a little
saying that
different.
some people are scared of flying, so you have like the elevator thing, you know, and you're like, hey, you're still connected to the ground, but you're just, you know, in like a building type structure, so that's better for you. And then people who want to fly and do that, yeah, fuck yeah.
Or you could be providing them, you know, Meta goggles from the, you know, Zuckerberg's Meta, so they can still be somewhere else, but they're in a blimp, eating what blimp food tastes like, but their mind is, you know, maybe at some sort of high end park or something, some sort of exclusive park that they're on the ground, but they're really in the air.
Fuck that. Fuck the goggles.
Right. Forget the goggles. With the goggles, you could just do it at home on the ground. You wouldn't even need to go in the air.
But
just go get in the room, get in a floating, go get in like a floating suit or getting like a floating type of apparatus and then like put them goggles on. You're good to go, boy.
Yeah, but you taste that thinner air food where you go up high enough that it hits a little different up higher because the air, you know, it's not as airy. Your food isn't as airy up higher. Thinner atmosphere, so you're not going to have that. You know, you eating bread up there. It's not going to be. You're not going to be as bloated.
Yeah, maybe, but still, fuck the goggles. I'd rather eat real food and float up naturally.
Yeah, what if those goggles have nanotechnology and they just like plug into your head and you can't take them off? And you're like, and they're like meta for life.
That's why I say fuck the goggles.
Yeah, just like it singed to your temples and all that. Yeah.
Well, I just picture some nano little fucking little copper things coming out and sticking right into you.
Little titanium gold plated little.
All the rappers, instead of doing grills, they're going to be getting all these goggles.
My diamond helmet. Somebody's going to rip their goggle off in the middle of a neural network fall or dream or something, or when they're dying or doing something, it's going to fuck their mind up.
Yeah, you got to be careful. I mean, anything could Terminator you. You know, you don't have to have the full on, you know, robot. I don't know if you saw the latest and greatest new robots that came out. They have more expression than they've ever had, and they've got fingers. And one of them was looking at its hand like it was self aware. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that, and that was like one of the weirdest things. That was, yeah.
I mean,
the self awareness, like I don't think, like I seriously I doubt that that's actually true technology. Like the self awareness of that stuff, I don't think that's real.
Well, no, that's not untrue. That's just like a processor. That's like it's got a processor as well as a couple other things, and it's just processing its hand. It's like processing.
Yeah, but it's processing, but I don't think it could process
It's
that
intelligence.
much.
That's no different than ours. When we look at it and process how we process.
I don't know.
I'm just saying it's not exactly the same, but they're getting
It's
there,
not.
man.
Well, I'm saying, well, okay. So, like, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that they can't do it, but
look,
I'm saying it's far fetched. It really seems very far fetched. What they claim they can do.
Well, what is electrical continuity? I mean, isn't that how that's our senses, right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not
So a
saying it
robot,
can't do it. I'm just saying I don't believe that it's as advanced as they say it is. I mean, I think that they could do it to a certain, like, to a certain aspect, but I don't think that they can completely
you don't think
like
they'd be doing your
predict.
laundry?
Well, I don't think they can predict
yeah, but you understand that
things
thing
out
can
of
be
it.
connected. Yeah, but that thing can be connected to another thing, connected to another thing, connected to a human sitting there, like giving orders,
It can
maybe
be,
programming.
yeah.
Hold on,
No,
programming.
yeah.
Another computer can be given, I mean, there can be a fucking computer bigger than a city somewhere, and that be all the fucking shit where all this information goes. And it's strictly for when they get these artificial robot intelligent shit. So all the information stored is available to them. So it's not like they won't be able to think or like cry or do shit. Because I'm telling you, it's just a program.
What better use for the underground military bases, huh?
Right. What
Yeah,
better use than
you're right.
Antarctica?
You're right.
Antarctica.
I think
Heat.
I just don't
Hold
think
on.
I don't think the
Heat's the main
no. Go
problem.
on, go on, go on.
Heat's the main problem for storing source, memory, magnetism, electronics. So in Antarctica, they would have the biggest fucking thing.
Yep. In fact, they have this one memory unit that's underneath a lake in Utah.
Yes, sir. I used to clean this room, and they would keep it freezing fucking cold when I was younger, and I had to go in there and clean this computer room. And the whole fucking business relied on this room. And if this room fucked up, the business was done. It was all their main information, all the main data for their whole fucking insurance company. And if anybody went in there with a magnet or something, ooh boy.
Yeah, what if the 5G network might be utilized in this way, or they're gonna have to get some higher than 5G to get this thing going? Some of these robot servants that they want to try, or some of these robot transformer drones where you fly it and then it'll turn into a foot soldier when it lands.
Well, what do you think? What do you think
Oh,
remote
yeah.
charging is for? What? Hold on. What do you think remote charging is for? And then what do you think? Like, you think they're not working on like the same thing that a human body runs on? I mean, the same exact thing that a human runs on, or a fish, or anything else that pumps and goes and does this little shit with the liquid inside. They're gonna try to make the robot be exactly like that as much as possible.
Hello, may I? Just today I was listening to NPR and they were talking about scientists in Germany, how they're trying to instill emotions into robots. So feel pain, love, all that. So really, this is on the mainstream. NPR,
Oh yeah,
whatever.
you'll have people have relationships with these robots in the future. I mean it'll all be accepted, and nobody will bat an eye at how good these things will be.
You guys got to watch the South Park post-COVID. I can't tell you guys because they have they keep saying this is in our future. It's like, okay.
People already have relationships with the sexual dolls, so I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
Oh my God.
Well, yeah,
That's
no,
been a thing for
right.
decades.
No. Think about this. If you can have a robot, human, dog, cat, girl, boy, kid, old man, old lady, whatever you want. I mean, it can be a robot, and it can look like whatever you put the outside of its
sick.
I prefer the real thing.
Right.
No. I'm with you guys 100%. That's why they made that
I
song.
mean,
Ain't that like the real thing, baby. But
the real thing.
Ain't nothing like the real thing.
Yeah, that song's badass.
Okay, I heard a really good one. I'm not really familiar with the Grateful Dead, but the one where they talk about riding that train on cocaine. This is on the same station as the NPR news. I was rocking it out right before I went into work today. It was like the best ever. I'm like, yay. Yep, social gatherings like that are kind of not happening anymore from what I know. Not to get in that topic. Sorry, everyone.
Oh, they're coming
Oh
back.
boy,
They'll make it come back.
when they scare tactic you, like there's gonna be a shooting, a stabbing, somebody gonna die in the crowd. All these people are gonna do this
Well,
dumb shit. Yeah.
a couple of people saw me in there jamming to the song. I had it blasted and shit. I'm sitting in the parking lot. I'm like, smoking my cigarette, not ready to go into work just yet. It was fun.
Social
Small
gathering.
town.
It looks like the social gatherings today are all the protests, the mandates. Everybody's gathering and socially rejecting all this stuff.
Well, none of that's going on here. If you want to wear a mask, that's what you do. But there's nothing like mandates that I know.
That's good.
Somebody is peeing right now, and we're hearing
Yeah,
it.
control yourself, your mic. Get it together, man.
That's ridiculous. Do we fill the air with just like
Shake it more than once and you're playing with it.
We're not listening.
You got to pretend it's like some Zen fountain or something, like you're in a massage parlor.
I heard that. You shook it 3 times. Quit playing with it.
No shit.
Damn.
Don't
was
take me in the
that?
bathroom
See,
with
women,
you, man.
women don't understand the drippage that comes with having a penis. I mean, there's some social embarrassment if you get a little diddle.
You get a little diddle, and you're wearing khakis, man. You're fucked.
He was on penis drippage. Next, he'll be on the shrivel factor. Oh my god.
Oh.
The women
Shrivel
have no
factor.
drippage.
What's that?
Come up north, man. Go outside with a jacket on right now.
I never experienced that.
Real
That's
quick.
because I'm a male human.
I'm good. I'm good where I am.
I'm an actual man, so that never happens to me. Okay.
Sure.
Although I do have a
so
vehicle
cold
that
up
could
here,
drive
your
us.
balls will hide in your gut.
Dude, I live in the Midwest. I know what you're talking about.
Michigan though.
Michigan's colder than here by a little bit.
In hot weather, it's the extreme reverse. I mean, I get as hard as I've ever been, probably bigger than Shaquille O'Neal's. You know.
Wow.
Right? No
My
shit.
balls just drop low. I don't know about the other one.
Everything
gets bigger.
Everything gets bigger in Texas.
Do the polar plunge.
Yeah, that's sweet expansion there with the hot weather. You know, everything was rising.
Sweet expansion. Can I never hear you say that again?
Sweet expansion. Heard that was the original lyrics instead of Emotion. Or what's his name? Steven Tyler song.
Yeah. Well, the song's about his daughter, so it better not be about that.
It was so hot this summer morning. I had an erection like never before.
Tipping over statues.
The ice cubes on the way.
Watching them fall to the floor.
I'm telling you, a baby's arm holding an apple, son.
It was the coldest flame I'd ever seen.
We need a Glober.
We really, really do.
Really?
It's bad.
Come on, Jen. Start belittling people. Tell them you didn't come here for this.
Who's the latest? I mean, they still doing their thing. Is remember Greater Sapien? Is he still doing stuff? Or Sly Sparkane? Are they still active?
I'm not sure.
I mean, who's the biggest globe right now? Is Dan the Science Man still a thing?
Stone.
Is Science Man Dan still relevant? And you all don't know these guys.
Not really. Simon Dan is kind of in the shadows.
Simon Dan, he won't debate. We tried to call him out in his own comments, and he wouldn't debate it. He said, "I stated it. It's a fact. There it is." Dan, you're a fucking idiot, dude. No offense, but you're here for the children, are you? You're one of them.
Leave those kids alone.
Right, you're one of them there funny guys, and see, I'm not laughing.
So I think some of these, because I wouldn't be surprised there's government paid troll shills or whatever you want to call them, and maybe they had to stop what they were doing with Earth for a while and go to the convid and the political realm, because there's a lot of people attacking that. And I don't know if they work all sides, but it seems like it the whole Earth thing took a break for a little bit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we get the same fucking losers in the YouTube chat every day, so. And they're shills for sure. Straight shilling.
Oh, well, 5 of them are Sean Hawkins. Let's not forget that.
Right.
5 of those people are the same person.
I'm just glad he spells it the wrong way. I couldn't handle it if he spelled it the way I do.
I never heard of that guy. He doesn't have a channel or anything.
And it's like you never did. Don't worry about him. Not even important. Trust me.
Yeah, I think I really do think also the Jeff Bezos thing, if he did go on a rocket, I mean, I don't know if it was real or not. I think that deterred a lot of people too, because it was still flat up there, 69 miles.
Listen. Do you know how rockets work? Actual rockets that go up into the sky, that like fireworks even or anything. Do you know how it works? Nobody's getting on that fucking thing. Nobody.
What?
It seems like the fireworks push off the air at least, right?
Yeah. Okay, listen. There is such a huge chance that motherfucking thing is going to explode. Okay?
I don't know how to keep it pressurized.
Yeah, and how do they practice so that you see what I'm saying? How do they even practice that? Oh, we're going to launch again. Well, when did you do all the practice launches? What? Okay, and Challenger should have been a clear indication. At any second, for any reason, those things can fucking blow up. You're not putting a 90, like, say, for instance, William Shatner. You're not pulling a guy who's worth hundreds of millions of dollars, a 90 years old superstar, at the top of a fucking rocket that can explode at any time. You're not doing that.
Yeah, I still don't know why they didn't bring their own phones. Like, why weren't they putting selfies? I wanted to see a William Shatner selfie of the Earth behind him, and it would just all seem like a production.
Yeah, it was.
But damn, it's still flat up there. That's what's funny.
Right, they didn't even mind showing us. They're like, yeah, well, we'll get a few fisheye lenses in there, and then we'll get a few that aren't, and then all the dummies are still going to think it's a globe.
Man, it's crazy how many people don't realize what GoPros do, and how many times I've gotten shown. Look, see, there's like you've never seen a GoPro. Look at the ground.
They don't care. They're like, and you know what? So many people, when we started using GoPros to try to film music videos, we're like, this was like 2011, 12, 13, and so GoPros weren't as good as they are now, but they still were all fisheye lens. And people would be like, whoa, how'd you get that cool effect on the skin? And I'm like, it's a fisheye lens, dude. They're like, whoa, the lens does that? It looks so cool. They should film everything like that. Mm-hmm. But anyway, back then, I wasn't talking about whether or not that shows curvature. But there's an image that somebody made with 6 different images. One is at like a foot above the ground observer height, and then one is at 100,000 feet above. It goes from the ground, and then 6 pictures up to where it gets to the highest at 100,000 feet. And the scale of the fisheye is the same thing. So on the ground, the fisheye, it like takes up the whole screen, right? You get a left to right big bubble, and it's the same size 100,000 feet up. And it's like, well, there's the Earth curve. Yeah, fuck it. We didn't even want to try to edit this one. It's just most people won't notice.
That just the programming is very strong.
It's horrible. Yeah, horrible.
I think what's happened in the last year with politics, the health sector, celebrities, the China stuff, whoever's involved in what agenda, I think people are gonna turn that and say, okay, well, what else is corrupt? Because people for some reason skip the space programs, and it's like, what you're telling me? Every single mission was real, $1 trillion over 60 years. You don't think they're funneling any of that, So I think eventually. What's up?
Oh, sorry. I thought I was getting between what you were saying.
Yeah, I think.
Hey, Michael, are you still around?
Oh, sorry, I cut over you. So we'll say that again.
Oh, it was kind of pertinent to what you were talking about, sort of, kind of. So
Yeah,
I was actually talking to someone in real life about kind of, doesn't believe that what's going on now and looking at other things, So the person I was talking to, his father, he's a army brat, or his dad was in, I forget, the Air Force or something. So I'm like, oh, whoa, that's above my pay grade on indoctrination. I'm like, oh my gosh. So, yeah, I couldn't go there. You know what I'm saying? Because he believes in evolution too. It's like, what?
Some people aren't ready.
My cousin's a naval admiral. I hear you. But he still listens when I talk.
I don't know, man.
Hold on. Hey, bro, if you want your name if you want a certain style, you're better off to copy paste it to me, and then I can copy and paste it to your name. Otherwise, how do you like the one I used?
No, I thought he said Air Force. And I'm like, whoa, that's a toughie. I mean,
Yes.
what do I say? You can't see curvature from an airplane?
Yeah, you
Well,
can't.
should
I mean,
already know that.
He's
I
gonna
think
be
people
like, what?
people
I
start
talked to my
questioning.
mom today. Sorry, real quick. I talked to my mom today about how we went. I was like, remember the Concorde? We were up 60 grand, 60,000 feet plus. She goes, yep. And we saw the curvature from there. I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me, Mom. I wasn't even a flat earther back then. And I pointed it out. I was like, where can we see the, I was like confused because I really thought you'd be able to see it from 60 grand. And then when we started arguing, I go, nope, we're not doing this. She goes, nope, you're right. That's how we roll.
Well, the CGI and all that, serious business.
I didn't want to even get into the fact that
Swimming in a pool
windows,
like aquanauts.
the windows have to be made a certain way, bent,
Mhm.
and then they've got at least two frames you could call them, two lenses that are bent and two lenses that are straight. But that means you can't trust what you're looking through to get the most accurate picture of what's out there. And what that actually does to the airplane window is it only bends it on the left and right, just a tiny bit, almost like meniscus surface tension when you look at a raindrop. Anyway.
Yeah, those
Well,
windows are
and people have
deceiving.
been talking about the moon for 5 decades. There's that.
Oh, it's so sloppy. It's fucking ridiculous.
Thumbs down. 2 thumbs down.
Yeah, those guys do not seem like they just got back from the craziest place that any human's ever been. That first.
The pissed
Oh
off
my
fucking
God.
astronauts, they're so pissed off, dude. They're so mad.
That's what's kind of sad is some of these guys probably went into this thinking, "Oh my good, look what we're doing, guys! Look what we're accomplishing," and then they're told, Capricorn won. You
Yeah,
seen that movie,
I
right?
feel bad for them, but at the same time, they fucking signed up for it because they all were like,
Right.
"Oh, well."
Yeah, but
it was
think
no
about the blackmailing, though. Think about the blackmailing. If you've seen Capricorn 1, their family members are blackmailing. They said, we're going to kill your family if you don't do this.
Right. I know what they threatened, but I don't know. I'd have
It's
to put
sad,
myself in their shoes. Because, like, say I didn't have kids and my parents were already dead and this kind of deal. I don't know. I might have said something. Who knows? Anyway, maybe not. Couldn't put myself in those shoes.
Yeah, because they might try reward first, money, and then if you say I don't care about the money, then they're going to go after you.
They threaten you. Yeah, that's generally how they hire you on. Is first they're
and it
nice,
seems
then
like
they're
a
not.
threat would be a cheaper option anyway.
Well, like I said, it depends on what you have to lose.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you've got a fuckload to lose, take the money. If you don't, you could be a badass, but also no one's going to hear your story. Because once you take a couple of them out and then they take you out, no one's going to tell your fucking story. So.
Well, that's what's so interesting about everything that's happening is when people say how could that many people be involved in one lie? And
my God.
we're going look at
Deck
the
the halls with
hospital.
fucking lies.
Yeah,
All
look at
we
the
need is
pedophile
one
ring.
liar.
How many people are
All
involved in
we
that?
need is one liar and a million believers. We don't need a million liars.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah. And some of these people that are in these establishments, even in NASA, you could be a just some sort of desk clerk or something and not even have to know. They didn't tell everybody.
Whatever, man. It's all a bunch of shit.
It'll come back. Once everything settles. All this Omicron bull crap.
No, hey, hold on, real quick. Don't say any of the medical stuff in here, if you could. Please.
Oh yeah, forgive me.
Nice, good point. I second
get
that.
You'll get the whole stream terminated. Please stop.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Man, I can't wait till it gets to Rumble.
It's technically streamed to hundreds of different places.
Yeah, YouTube might be in trouble in the future. All the censorship they're doing.
Currently, I am streaming to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, DLive.
Soon it'll be Rumble, and then it's going to be on Truth. Have you heard of the new one coming out, Truth?
No.
There's a new platform coming out in a couple months.
Another one?
Yeah, dude, it's like this. It's like, hey, the CIA came out with another search engine. Who's a fuck?
I don't think DuckDuckGo is part of the CIA.
How the fuck do you know?
I don't know. I got a good hunch. I got a good
Yeah,
gut.
you know,
feeling.
you don't have no
No,
such thing as a
DuckDuckGo is
hunch.
actually CIA, which is Google. Yeah, started by DARPA.
The
Same with
Oracle.
the World Wide Web, the HTTP protocol.
Right. It's all the same group of folks, group of abject fucking losers trying to act like they have any power over us. All we gotta do is pull the trigger, look at our watches, and say, "Yeah, I think that's about enough of you." Man
Yeah,
behind the curtain.
non-compliance, baby.
No compliance. Civil obedience is the problem right now.
Yeah, but come on, programming, man, it is strong. I can't believe it. Now we know who's for what based off of what they're wearing on their face. I'm not going to
It's
say
two
it.
things. It's two things. It's programming that they've been researching for quite some time, but it's also gullibility. I mean, I was a weak-minded person just accepting everything that was told to me by quote-unquote experts. Why? Because I didn't want to do the work myself. I didn't want to find out the truth. As long as you say you've got it figured out and everybody else believes it, that's an easy day for me.
Yeah, I can see why they
Also,
lie.
Brave is just a remodeled form of Google Chrome.
That Google Chrome conspiracies could be pretty creepy. The 666 involved in the logo.
Oh yeah,
Or
quite the coincidence.
the adrenochrome. What is it? The processor's Adrain.
Coincidence theory. That's just coincidence theory.
And how many coincidences until it's real? You know.
I know, right?
Who cares? Let's see. People don't like my attitude on that one, but I just don't care. You can't prove any of it one way or the other.
No, you
Well,
can't.
it's too far gone for one.
Yeah.
But the celebrities doing the 666 eye thing, that's a little strange. I mean,
It's a distraction. They want you to listen. They want you to say, "Oh, look at this 666 stuff. Oh my God, Illuminati!" Like, who cares? Yeah, a bunch of creepazoids doing a bunch of stupid hand signal garbage,
It's
like
so
a cool kids
cringy.
club. It's
It's
not even, to me. It's cringy because they feel like they're special, like they are actually like better than us. That's what's
Yeah.
adorable to me. That's what's entertaining.
Yeah, there's only a few iconic, stars or celebrities, whatever you want to call them, that are actually going to make an impact and will be long lasting.
Yeah. I mean, the elite, celebrities, and homeless people all bleed the same color red. You feel me?
Oh yeah, we all poop and pee, we all eat and sleep. We all have
You
sex. I
guys,
love it.
Did you just
you
say
guys
we all
all
have
know.
sex? I love it. Is that what you said?
Well, I said all the things that humans love to do.
That was great. That was fucking great. Okay, sorry, Jenny, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna point out that Billie Eilish has a new look.
He does. She does.
Yeah. What? Okay.
Blonde bimbo. Looks like a blonde bimbo now.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she got rid of her black hair with green roots or whatever it was, and she was like totally dressed in some flowy ball gown for the Met Gala. Meanwhile, Kim Kardashian was like made fun of tremendously in the memes, and she looked like a sleep
Jenny.
demon.
Jenny.
Her husband is really weird.
I
Am
love
I
you.
roboting?
No, well, no. But why are you paying attention to that?
It's, I don't know. Old habits die hard. I don't.
They do.
It was all over the place. It was like all over the place.
Well, I didn't see it, so it wasn't
Oh my
all over the place.
Well, when I
yourself a
saw the Kim
favor and
Kardashian one,
Take
oh
some
god,
cable cutters and cut the coaxial cable.
Get just internet and put parental controls on the shit so you don't look at mainstream media ever again.
Yeah, that stuff's poison.
Kim Kardashian.
So, you can just look up fact checker and then like search fact checker and block those individual accounts and you don't get fact checked.
There you go. Look at Billy eating a couple cheeseburgers, trying to look voluptuous, doing the dyed hair thing.
Some of these fact checkers, though, they're getting called out, and they got to change their stories. They're looking less reliable as
really.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's how you know if it's disinformation. If the fact checkers aren't trying to take it down, it's disinformation. If they are trying to take it down, then
Wow. Yeah. I don't really like that word, misinformation. I don't like that word.
Well, miss is an accident. Dis is intentional, right?
Right. Those two are not used correctly. I would completely 100% agree with you. Can't agree with you more.
Yeah, I think the disinformation is more dangerous, obviously. I mean, miss is an accidental, and that's where programming comes in. So with disinformation, but you got some nefarious characters,
Right.
disinformation.
Putting
Like,
it
what's
out
your
there.
agenda? Yeah, what's your end game here? Is it just divide and conquer? I mean,
Take your purpose. That's what that's called. So yeah, it's I don't know. Some would talk about the Hegelian dialectic: problem, reaction, solution. So there's that. If you look at the world stage events and such. Not that I'm an authority on that topic or anything. Just saying for the record.
Yeah, well, Kim Kardashian can. Oh wait, somebody already posted a meme.
Let me see if I can find a picture of her crazy ass. Hold on, let me see.
Scarlett. She looks like Scarlett Johansson.
No doubt, because Scarlett.
They're all dudes. Yeah, it's all men.
It's definitely concerning.
Yeah.
I'll crack the fuck up if I can find this.
My mom today, we were talking about it. I was like, "Mom, it's called a transvestigation," and she goes, "Oh my God, stop!"
Oh yeah, Mr. E. He used to be.
She's like, "If there's a name for it," I'm like, "Yeah, it's a real thing." She goes, "You don't think all celebrities are?"
Dude.
And I'm like, "No, that's how they get you. Not all of them, but a lot of them."
sorry, my lover called. She's coming home, and I missed some stuff. How do they get you? By how? We're talking about celebrities.
Well, they're so good at making a man look like a girl with all of these techniques because they want their Baphomet agenda, right? They're laughing at God's duality creation, trying to turn two into one, red and green into purple, or red and blue into purple, etc. They want to take two into one and laugh at God. Say, "Hey, look, you thought you could make something? We just ruined it. We did it back. We turned your thing into the opposite of what it should be."
But yeah, and what's weird though is we all know.
So man into woman, etc.
But we all have that second guess where it's like, okay, we're accepting it, but we know with like the whole thing about if you ask a trans person, oh, what's your dog? Is it a male or female? They can't say my dog doesn't. Like how would you tell a dog is? They have to talk about genitalia.
Don't give them any ideas.
Well, what I'm saying is,
they'll be doing it to their pets next.
Yeah, that'll be funny. But eventually, though, it's going to turn into split. I think it's just a form of split personality disorder.
I think it can only happen on
there's
flat
a name
Earth.
for it. It's called body dysmorphia or something like that.
Yep, body dysmorphia. That's what it is.
And they got to. What I do agree with is they got to stop gendering. They got to stop gendering names as a young age. If a girl wants to drive a motorcycle, it doesn't mean she's a boy.
Hey, Indio.
Yeah, but it's not a good indication. No, I'm just kidding.
No, there's some. There's some pretty women on the side that'll dress up and do women things.
You're right. It's very confusing. Go ahead, Jenny.
I have a baby sister. She's 20 years younger than me. She happens to be, and I can't believe I'm saying this, I'm not making it up. She has a trans boyfriend. So he's male, but identifies as female. And how the rest of it works out, I have no idea.
Oh,
she's a lesbian?
No, not prior to. My sister had a boyfriend before this person. So,
but if he identifies as a female, if we honor that, then she's a lesbian, right?
I don't know if the something's used or not used or what have you. No idea. No
He said
idea,
lesbian.
man.
He didn't
Your
go to the toys, Jen.
your clitoris has balls.
Okay, but see, this is my sister's
She
generation is
went way out
crazy.
in left field, didn't she, bro?
So she was born in
She said, I don't know if they're strapping
1991.
on or what.
It's weird.
What was born in 1991?
I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be using female pronouns. I'll just say that, and
What
I
was
do it
born?
under consideration
What was
because
born in 1921 or 1991? What was born then?
My sister was born then.
Oh, an actual human girl. Got it.
Yeah. So, like, what demographic would that be?
A demographic?
Yeah, like Gen Z or is it a
In
millennial?
91, that'd be millennials.
Okay, my sister's a classic millennial. My sister and I, last time we really spoke, and I'm not exaggerating, was over Bruce Jenner. There was a picture of a beagle, and it said Bruce Jenner's cat, and we got in a big argument over that. I'm not even exaggerating, man.
That's hilarious.
We got into a huge. And she said, "Believe what I do, or I don't talk to you anymore." It's like, okay, like bye. It's like if
It's
you want
funny
to be
that
crazy.
most people bend on
Mhm.
sports as well. On sports, when it comes to physicality, it's like, oh, well, okay, that's different. There's
Oh my gosh.
so no, if you believe it, then you have to say no sports. Then men should be able to participate in women's sports, and we all know that should never happen. Everybody
Should
rationally
never.
thinking about this knows that should not happen.
It's
even happening
been
in the UFC.
politicized to top it off.
So I
Has been.
talked to a guy in a bar for a couple hours, and he said that this was a small way of maybe impacting the population control. So if more people are,
Nice. I'm glad humanity. There's hope for humanity. That's great.
yeah,
Sorry to
I
interrupt
don't know
you.
They're
if
just
that's
trying to make people crazy. That's all they're trying to do.
that is
Oh,
just divide your own identity.
yes, for sure.
No, they want people to just accept absurdities, right? It's absurd. The things
Or
they
it-
say and do. Listen, I read an article in the Guardian, and it was a bunch of lesbians, right, complaining because they started an organization in Britain, to promote gay equality, right? So this organization that she started, she left it and it got taken over, and now they're on a campaign saying lesbians should suck dick because now the guy's identifying as a girl, so they should suck his dick because now he says he's a girl. I mean, it gets so absurd.
Yeah, I met a trans couple, trans man, and a trans woman, and one of them had a strap on, one of them had a fleshlight, and they'd strap on into the fleshlight.
Wow.
Wow.
You're just trying to make everyone nuts.
Cool. So
and that's how it works. Some people
I'm not listening.
yeah, that's why That's why they say the Earth is a globe, because it's actually the opposite. It's the polar opposite. Get it? Pun intended. It's
Everything
flat.
they
It's
say
not a
is
globe.
opposite. It's true. These people speak in opposites. It's very true.
Coming up next, changing the topic right back to flat Earth.
But there's a purpose to this, right? The purpose is they're trying to create cognitive dissonance, an actual psychological pain.
Yeah.
So it becomes too painful even to think about it. So what's the alternative? Don't think. Don't think about anything. Be a drone, operate the machine, pull the lever, push the button. Don't think about anything, because it becomes too painful to even look at what they say reality is. Guys are girls, girls are guys. Earth's a globe, even though it looks flat everywhere.
Cats are dogs.
Indio.
Cats are dogs.
One of my coworkers is still in high school, and he identifies the same as, I believe it's Miley Cyrus. I think it's pansexual. It doesn't matter what your gender is. You could be male or female. It's about your personality, and you can't help you love who you love.
I identify as RoboCop.
I think it could even be some sort of ploy from Big Pharma to get these people on more meds. That they're making money off trans people.
There's no telling. It's crazy.
They're making money off trans people, I'm sure.
I actually watched an interview 2 days ago about it was a girl, and they were asking her what was your last relationship? And she's a lesbian. Her last relationship was with a gay man. How messed up is that?
I knew a girl like that liked gay porn. I'm like, girl, you just go ahead and do that.
Isn't it?
It's just
How does a
It
gay
was
woman
weird.
love a gay man and they're both still gay? That's I'm
Well, I guess
losing
she
it here.
asked him. She said she asked him, like, have you ever been with a woman? And he was like, no. And she was like, well, do you want to try? And she like volunteered. And I guess he couldn't, do the deed until she acted like a dude.
Dude.
Yo, man.
So soon they did anal or something.
Yo, bro.
Did he make
You
her
gonna
walk
mount
around?
that or what, motherfucker? You gonna stare at it all night or you gonna mount it? What?
Yeah, she must be like probably like
No.
colored a beard and magic marker on her and a mustache.
Oh, hell no.
Started saying, homie, homie, homie.
What?
People are strange.
Oh,
Just
man,
like
oh,
Jim
man,
Morrison
oh,
What are you
man.
talking
said.
about, man?
Jim Morrison said it right. People are strange.
Mm-hmm.
Very
When you're a
strange.
stranger. When you're a stranger, but when
Yeah.
you're not a stranger, then they become normal too.
No way.
When do you not become a stranger to someone? I mean, what does it take to not be a stranger? What do you have to go through socially for them to go, okay, he's not a stranger, she's not a stranger anymore? A
You have to know a
longer than
person.
usual
What's the
handshake? Or,
opposite of a stranger? A person you know.
yeah, but just because you know of them, but do you know them? I mean, how much do you have
Don't
to know?
forget that faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain.
I like when he does the in that song, Mr. Mojo Rising, Mr. Mojo Rising. Remember that part? When,
Gotta keep on rising,
keep on
rising,
rising.
rising.
You know that's an anagram. You knew that's an anagram for his name, right?
Really?
Yeah, Mr. Mojo Rising is Jim Morrison, an anagram.
Awesome.
I think one of his whole songs might be an anagram. Someone should decipher that. Could have some hidden messages in that peyote poetry. You heard the theory he's Rush Limbaugh, or he was? You hear that?
Yeah, I've heard that.
Mr. Rush Limbaugh. That'd be a freaking sight to see.
LA woman.
Yeah.
I was on my way to see the Doors, and I was 12 years old on the way to the freeway. On the freeway, my dad was taking me to a place called Lagoon. It's a place where they have rides and shit. The Who came there. Let's see, the Doors were on their way, and on the way down on the radio, we hear, "Oh, the Doors concert at Lagoon has been canceled because Jim Morrison exposed himself on the stage yesterday at some other state."
Oh,
I was
man.
so bummed out. Oh my god.
You know, that's crazy as fuck because when he first started out, like he wouldn't even face the audience. He was so shy. And then at the end, he was like, "Have you seen my lizard?"
Yeah, I mean that's what that desert drugs do to you, Billy. You know, they'll take you places you've never been.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
On my way to him. Bummer.
Yeah, but and it's crazy now that we've gone from showing your lizard to people to throwing feces at your audience or Travis Scotting your audience. You know, I don't know what gets worse. Lizard seems like a pretty G-rated day for me. What's going on? If that Travis Scott thing is real, that's some spooky business.
Oh, hold on. I found what I watched. This is hilarious. Lesbians are sexual racists for not sucking dick.
Damn. That's so dumb.
You got to hold that chi, and sometimes I feel like don't go a long time. Don't be spreading your energy too much. You got to save it until the moon.
Her mouth is sewn shut. No wonder she can't.
What's the next big NASA mission? Anyone know? Where are they going to next? I saw that they want to smash into an asteroid. Did you see that?
Yeah, they already did that.
They did it?
Well, no, they launched the rocket that's going to go smash into the asteroid.
Yeah, it's supposed to deflect it from hitting the Earth. Yeah. Woo, the hero.
Wow.
Yeah, they're gonna try and hit something that's like a mile across. Well, no, it's two. It's supposed to be two asteroids, one little one big one, orbiting each other. They're gonna try and smash into the little one to make it pull the big one somewhere else. But I think the big one's only like a mile across, and they have to hit it at something like, I don't know. Well, it's going like 15,000 miles per hour, and it's not lit up by anything. So I don't know how they're aiming at it, or because they can't even see what they're aiming at because it's so freaking small and they're going so fast. So
how did they get to the firmament? Is what I want to know. That's my.
There's a door, man.
I'm curious though. There could be.
They got a garage door opener.
I wonder if there's some sort of electromagnetic field up there because I mean what is it the Starlink thing? That's pretty interesting. I don't know what I mean. I still believe that the space programs are lying and all that, but
Everybody that has Starlink is bitching about how it doesn't work.
No, I know, but the lights
I was reading stories on it the other day.
Right, but the lights in the sky are visible, so I'm curious as how they did that. I don't think they did it how they told us. It might be a projection. Could be maybe they did figure out how to put some sort of
Dude, they got drones that can fly for 48 hours without refueling.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I'm just curious if I mean, what could it be? They figured out something to put a bunch of string of lights in the sky for a while. Something's up there.
Yeah, they used Christmas lights, bro. It was easy.
Look,
well, still, that's a pretty amazing feat if that was true. Regardless if it wasn't the way they told us, however they did it, it's pretty. Well, you got to give it up.
You know how they fly? They fly and they have signs, like when they fly over baseball games, right? They have a banner,
like a banner.
They just make a banner with a bunch of LEDs on it. I mean, how hard is that? And fly an airplane.
Well, I'm just curious how high they got. I mean, how high is it really? It looks like a plane in the sky. I mean,
I'll tell you. Well, I can tell you if you do the math, the so-called ISS, just visually, right? You can because you can't.
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't tell how far away it is just by looking at it, or how fast it's going, or how high it is, right? So visually, this would be identical to that. They say it's 250 miles up, going 17,000 miles per hour. It's 300 feet long. Well, and visually, that would look the same as an object at 40,000 feet, 7 feet long, going 350 miles per hour. That's super doable. That's not even hard. That's like a Piper Club.
I've even had some sort of it came to me in sort of like a daydream that what if some of these are just more wandering stars and maybe they come around once in a while. They've got the real astronomy that they don't give out. I mean, it's just hypothetical. They could just be different wandering stars that come about once in a while, and if they leave, they leave. But maybe they're just here for a little bit and they're just saying that they're Starlink. But no, it's like some sort of cosmic phenomena.
I doubt
I got another one. What if they just made some sort of, nuclear powered, airplane and somehow they're using, some sort of alternate source of energy, right? Other than that, maybe it's not nuclear powered. Maybe it's more like it's, riding off the magnetic fields of the earth. But then again, I mean, how do we not know that it's not like the Batman symbol? Somebody just
projection exactly.
Somebody just paints it across the sky and everybody sees a light, right? And they don't know that it's plasma or electromagnetic or just light. They're thinking it's nuts and bolts up there, like there's spacemen up there walking on space.
You don't remember those two whistleblowers that came? One came from they came from working at Antarctica, and the girl said that there was aircraft they had that were locked in, exactly what you said. They were locked into the magnetic field and they just kind of glided along and could stay up for an indefinite amount of time. And they were locked into some magnetic field up there. And then
the Russians claim they have missiles that can fly indefinitely, that they can send it up. It's nuclear powered. It can go up and fly forever.
Yeah.
This is what they announced this like a year ago.
Yeah.
Or that quantum locking kind of thing. You've seen the quantum locking where you can hover something on a track and it's I can't remember. It's got to be dipped in something really cold. But have you seen that before? Look up quantum locking tracks.
It's super cooled maglev.
Yeah, I mean that could be going on up there. It gets colder as you go up.
It's superconducting. Superconducting metal.
Yes.
The metal is kind of unimportant. It just has to be super cold.
Okay, we've all seen that super cooled ring magnet with the disc floating above it, right?
That thing is fascinating.
Going circles.
Yeah,
And
it's crazy.
The reason it's locked is because superconducting metal it actually repels a magnetic field, so the magnetic field can't penetrate into it, but it will lock it into its surface, right? So it just glides frictionlessly around it. It's pretty weird.
It's still hitting air resistance, so there's got to be some friction, right?
Oh yeah, there's air resistance. Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's
But on the
friction
field, that's a phenomenon, right? That's magic. That's nature. That's God to me. Tapping into that kind of stuff. That is in this realm. That there's a field of electromagnetic. I mean, that's astonishing. And I love how. Oh, go ahead.
Maglev trains work the same way, but so a maglev train uses something called a linear accelerator. So it just it repels it, so that there's magnets underneath, but it creates its own magnetic field in a copper plate, and it repels it. But you get what do they call it? You get an electromotive force. So you get a little bit of resistance, a little bit of drag. The superconductors, because it actually expels the magnetic field out of it, you don't get any drag at all. At least not from the magnetic field.
Man, thank you, Faraday. I don't know if anyone else did it too, but what a discovery! Copper wire and with a magnet changed the whole world. Copper, anything with magnet, yeah.
Yeah, and Faraday, a lot of those early guys didn't use a lot of mathematics to explain anything.
Oh, they're probably just tinkering.
There's that video, quantum levitation.
That is so cool. Have you seen Science Lab or Action Lab? He does a lot of science experiments with vacuums, low pressure chambers, and he does stuff with quantum locking in a low pressure chamber. It's pretty interesting.
Make the maglev part into a GIF of that video.
Here's my favorite Action Lab video.
Yeah, I like Action Lab. Yep. Can light be black?
I'm curious
Mind-blowing dark light.
Oh yeah. I'm curious to know what he says. I mean, he talks about gravity, but I'm curious to know what gravity he believes. If it's the space-time fabric, if it's just the rate of fall, if it's the Newton one. I'm curious. The space-time fabric one's funny to me. They're all just dipping in a giant well.
Yeah, space-time's gobbledygook.
It's so bizarre. I saw one. I can't remember who did it, but he showed the different balls in different steps, different layers. Like this, the well of the sun was enormous, and it was just much further down than the moon and the Earth. And I'm just thinking, how are you getting eclipses like this if you have a giant mass so much further down in a space-time fabric? I don't get it.
They use fabric. It's only because you can't portray it in 3 dimensions. So if you thought of it like this, like a grid that extended out from a ball, like radially, you know what I mean? Radial from the center.
Yep.
And just like you have grid squares, right? The grid squares, the closer they are, even though they technically be the same distance in quotes, right? Say one grid square is a mile by a mile. It would physically be shorter, but you wouldn't be able to tell. So if you visualize this, you'd imagine one grid. When you look at it, appears like it's the lines are real close together, and as you get further and further away, they appear stretched apart. But each one of those grids, mathematically, are the exact same size.
Yeah, it'd be like a 4-dimensional Cartesian coordinate graph.
Yeah, exactly. But squished and shit.
Yeah, a hypercube made out of a tic-tac-toe board.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right?
But it's all, yeah.
Well, just so these guys can picture what we're talking about, you take a tic-tac-toe board and throw it into the 5th, 6th, and 7th dimension. And each square in that 4-dimensional square, 3-dimensional square is a focus point, just like he's talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it still seemed like it'd have to have some physicality to the space time, because
what they're saying is the ruler that you would go to measure it with changes. So you're going to measure, say, I'm going to measure at a black hole, right? A mile isn't a mile anymore because my mile ruler is shrunk with the space.
Yep. or stretched.
But if I
under the
went somewhere
forces.
else, the ruler would, like Mark just said, stretch out. That's what they're saying happens, which is a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, just trillions of
It's not
wells.
falsifiable. If you can't actually test this with a measurement, how do you measure it with a ruler? Where do I go?
Yeah,
Right?
and
They're saying time is shrunk here and it's extended there. So okay, or space is it's compressed here and it's expanded over there. But when I go there to measure it, so is my ruler. So I can't really tell if it actually is or not. So it's basically making an unfalsifiable claim. That means it's pseudoscience and it's bullshit.
So
and is
we
it
go
wouldn't
to
there?
the man in the wheelchair. It's 7th dimensional space.
Oh man, he was making up black holes, white holes, macro holes. He had a hole for every goddamn color.
I am Hawking's bitch. Ha ha.
Yeah, and I've never understood. I mean, wouldn't to them, to the heliocentrics, because you got trillions of all these massive balls out there creating wells. Wouldn't time only be based off of the size of ball that you're going around? Because I mean, wouldn't that be causing your time?
The amount of dilation.
But isn't that only based off of the size of ball? Because if you have
it would be a larger ball, a greater amount of dilation, a smaller ball.
Yeah, well, imagine this:
less dilation.
Everything in the universe was all in that one little tiny speck. Think of the gravity well that would cause if you're talking.
And where is it causing a well in? You know what medium is that in?
Right. Well, I'm just saying, how can
there was a gravity before gravity in a well before wells?
I'll tell you how you can visualize that. Imagine a snake eating its own tail.
Oh, that's the Aurora Boreas. That's the Aurora Boreas, right?
That's infinity.
Well, that is Aurora Boreas as well. That's the snake eating its own tail.
The Aurora Borealis?
No, Aurora Boreas, yeah, and the Aurora Borealis it connects with that. There's something going on up there, obviously, with the circuits, and maybe that's what this whole thing. You know, there is some sort of circuitry of. I don't know if it's a circle or I had a dream once where I just kept going higher and higher, and it was infinite Earth, infinite sky. That's all. You just no matter how high I went, it just kept going and going and going. I mean, that infinite plane, I would love that. It would make a lot of sense. No beginning, no end to everything. Earth and sky.
I think infinity.
You're talking about the Ouroboros, not Aura.
Infinity is like something that we made up in our minds. It does not exist.
The Aurora Borealis is what we see in the sky. It's Ouroboros, Ouroboros.
Aurora Boreas is like the life cycle. Basically, it's just almost reincarnating. You just keep going around and around. I hope reincarnation's true.
The Aurora Borealis.
Why
the fact we see in the sky, the aural.
You assuming you're going to get something good's coming up?
Well, no. I mean, it depends maybe on your choices you make, and then maybe you get a worse choice next life, and then if you succumb to those, or not succumb, but if you adapt to that and you end up being a good person, then maybe you get a better life in the next one. I mean, I don't know why you only get one.
Well, the way it works in Buddhism is that you're going to live everybody's life. You're me, I'm
one
you,
question.
And he's some. Yeah, what?
After all this, would you fucking come back here, bro? Shit.
Yeah, I would. I mean, what if that's all there is? What if that's?
Well, then that's pathetic. I'm sorry. There's got to be something way better than this somewhere. That's my 2 cents.
You need to do, and I mean, what else could you think of that's greater than the human experience? I mean, everything you're going to think of is based probably.
You don't have meaning in your life means you haven't taken up enough responsibility. You're bored.
Yeah, well, and that's what people say when people say I'm bored. It's like, no, you're boring. You're just boring. You just don't do. You're not proactive. You know, you can't be bored. It depends on your situation, obviously, but I can make the best of a lot of environments.
Oh shit, Rob Durham. When did that come out? Oh, he's still making videos.
Who's Rob Durham?
Now, dude.
Oh, he did a bunch of.
I was just scrolling my fucking feed. I just saw it. I'm like, holy shit.
He hasn't made a video in a long time. He's done a bunch of videos on gyroscopes.
Yeah, well, definitely worth a look-see at for myself. I put it to watch later.
Basically proved that gyroscopes he demonstrated how a gyroscope in an airplane works. He demonstrated that a gyroscope does not rotate with the Earth, the mechanical one at least.
Yeah, and I was always thinking, could you combine a gyroscope, turn it on, let it tilt, right? And then combine it with the Cavendish experiment, not experiment, but the Cavendish setup, that if you were to put a heavy ball next to it, would it tilt towards it, in their world? Because it's very little friction. It's on that point. Wouldn't you see some sort of turning?
I downloaded it. Sorry.
Cavendish experiment.
It's silly. It's very
ridiculous.
silly. It's so funny.
Imagine if, like, you see people use dowsing rods to find water. Dowsing rods. And when the rods come together, they found water.
Yeah.
No, and they call that's pseudoscience, right? That's what they say. You can't find water that way. That's pseudoscience. Now, imagine if I took the two rods and when they came together said that was mass attracting mass. That's basically what they're doing with the Cavendish experiment. Oh, these balls came together and oscillated, so that proves gravity.
Oh, jeez.
That's how ridiculous it is. So sometimes I troll the Cobras by posting people dowsing. Like, this is better than Cavendish. You can do this yourself. Just get two dowsing rods and you'll find water at the same time.
Yeah, so I talked to a guy once that said if you put a 10-kilogram ball at even length hanging in a vacuum next to, so it's 10 milligram, he actually thinks if you could hang them to where they were, less than centimeters apart, he thinks they would have attracted. There's no way.
There's some weird things that things just attract each other. I don't know what it is, and it isn't gravity. I'm serious. I've seen it happen. There used to be a video. Mike, do you remember that video we used to post with I think it was like frisbees or something in a swimming pool? How they would all come to the edge or come to the center. It was a weird video, man.
Well, I've thought about that. I mean, maybe there's a center of mass going on in the middle of, say, a container, right? If you have at the surface of the water, what if there's a small sort of dip in the very center? Not it's you can't really notice it, but you can see the effect, like with the frisbees.
Have you ever seen this one? This is Cavendish. Cavendish with Christmas bulbs. It's always a fun one.
Wow.
Yeah, they're doing it with apples, man, and they're getting the same results as they would with. Have you seen the Sakalion experiment? I think that's what it's called, where they put a pendulum next to a mountain.
Oh yeah, Coach used to bring that crap up. Nonsense. Yeah, so then you got this one. This one was a scientific grade Cavendish apparatus, and it didn't work, and they got so pissed they sawed it in half. This guy's a physicist.
Yeah, there's got to be other factors at play, whether vibrations in the air pressure changes, maybe electrostatic kind of who knows?
No, it's just a ritual. It's like a religious ritual. And it's just the apparatus. Because it doesn't work. Pendulum. Because what they should have did, yeah, exactly. It's just like Foucault's pendulum. And they did this stuff before they did what we would call modern statistical methods. Right? They've never generated a p-value, and anytime they don't get the result they want, what do they say? Oh, it's a user error. You set it up wrong. Some excuse, right? It's not because the experiment is flawed. It's because you set it up wrong. Anytime it doesn't get the result they want, you set it up wrong. This is their excuse. So I'll give you an example. They set up Foucault's pendulum in Antarctica, Edmonton Station. It's supposed to be on the South Pole. So that means it's supposed to rotate 15 degrees per minute or per hour. Well, what they got was, if they did the math, it would mean one Earth rotation every 2.24 days. Oh, what did they say? Oh, we did it wrong. So then they did it again. They got it to something like Earth rotates every 18 hours. Fuck. Oh, we must have made another mistake. Did it again. So they kept trying until they got the result they wanted. And they're like, look, success. And then they stopped doing it. Wow. So this is the same thing with Cavendish. It's called cherry picking. Absolutely cherry picking. To figure out whether it is user error or something else, you do tons and tons and tons and tons of experiments and you generate a p-value and see if there actually is an effect, right? Because you're going to try and cancel out the user error by using mathematical methods and see if there actually is a measured effect after setting it up lots of times, because there's going to be a bell curve of user errors, right? And you'll be able to figure out within those user errors what the actual true value is, if you have enough samples, which would probably
a
be
real scientist
like,
would if they validated their hypothesis, then they would say, okay, we got to do it again just to make sure we can validate the validation. You know,
even then they'd only have a correlation.
yeah.
Even after doing all that, they'd have a correlation. It wouldn't prove a fucking thing. But if we get back to the beginning, right? That only supports Newtonian gravity. Are people running around saying Cavendish's balls come together because space-time is bending?
I know.
Is space-time bending between the balls? Like, are you kidding me? Is this what we're going with?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Come
They
up
have
with it
to
as
choose
humanity?
which ones, which gravity they need to fit their narrative at the moment.
Exactly. That's the convenient thing about gravity. It's the cause, it's the effect, it's bending space-time, it's a force, it's anything you would need it to be. It makes things, as Crypto said this, it does everything, right? It causes things to go up, it causes things to go down. In case of a balloon, things go up, it goes up because of gravity. Things fall to the ground, they fall because of gravity. Oh, they go left and right orbits? Oh, that's because of gravity. Everything is because of gravity.
Yeah, you're telling me it's the weakest of all forces. You're saying electromagnetism is
that's a cool.
far superior than it, but it's not the main thing that we live in. It's like I think if it's much stronger, if it's like Andre,
37, supposed to be 37 times stronger.
Yeah, it's like Andre the Giant, eating one pea, and it's so much stronger that I think that's the most abundant thing that we should be looking at.
I actually got a video of that on my YouTube channel.
Andre the Giant eating a pea?
Of someone doing a presentation on how much stronger the electromagnetic force is than gravity. Something like
It's probably even stronger than that. Yeah,
one electron difference could like hold up an elephant or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, it's probably like a dandruff molecule on Andre the Giant's head or something. Yeah, that's why it's like, well, why aren't we focusing on that? Why aren't you teaching people more about Faraday than Newton? Faraday should be just as known as Newton, even more so. I'm not saying Newton was all bad, but because I like what he did with light and stuff. I mean, if that's all true, but with the light spectrum, there's some stuff. There's something else he did. I can't remember, but it was surprising coming from.
Well, I mean, he did with the telescope, and he made the Newtonian reflector. He did some good stuff. I mean,
I don't think maybe his calculations, if it was human error that caused him to change the model, that he was doing it in ill intention. I don't know if he was if he was one of the.
No, he didn't believe his own theory at the end.
Well, that's the thing. So I don't think
he wrote a letter to somebody that said anybody that believes this is not in possession of their faculties.
Yeah,
he didn't believe it.
Damn.
Yeah, I'll try and find the quote, but I mean, I posted a long time ago.
That's a pretty serious statement.
Yeah, I think on his deathbed.
Your faculties.
Because it wasn't an actual theory or hypothesis. Basically, he was just making a mathematical model, and Copernicus too. At the same time, these people weren't dummies like the fucking Globers that come around here are, right? They knew that just because they made a model of something doesn't mean that is reality. It's just a model. They just use some math to model things that happen over and over and over again. They just use some math.
Yeah, and it's just a what if. It's just a what if.
Yeah, it's saying the math is real is stupid.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'll read you directly what Copernicus wrote.
I just posted
I'm always because I think we're at the point now where it's like, okay, enough of the math. We want to see it. We want to see where we live. If you can actually see the x-axis curvature, But we're at the point still where they said, "Look, go up in a rocket." Well, if they believe their own narrative, if they believe that Jeffrey Bezos did this, then they would have to now say, okay, it's 69 miles. Yeah, it looks like a plane. Okay, it does. It looks like a plane. You got it. Before that, we were saying airplanes. You could see it. Obviously, you can't. If we believe Jeff Bezos did this, then you have to do this. But now it's like, why don't we have amateur rockets that can't just go up like we do weather balloons? We're at 2021. We can send people up into space, but amateurs aren't. I only see the go fast. Where's the other one? We need to, see it now to actually believe this thing. But until amateurs start sending stuff up, we need much more go fast rockets. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, the go fast rocket. Yeah.
Yeah. There's only one of those. I mean, let's talk. I want to see the October Sky sequel. Jake Gyllenhaal movie, but with today's engineers doing it. And how fast can you get your small little manless rocket up? How can you go? Why can't you orbit a tiny little rocket or start to at least?
So I'll read right from Copernicus. He even admits it. They all, like, back then, like I said, they knew the proper logic and how to reach conclusions on what causes and what effects are, and that just mathematical models don't mean anything when it comes to actual truth. Today, they're confused. The physicists, they don't go into the astronomy department for some reason and learn how to actually figure things out. Anyway, so I'm gonna just read this because I actually like it, because I like it when they tell the truth. So it says, further, it is the duty of the astronomer to compose the history of the celestial motions through careful and expert study. Then he must conceive and devise the causes of the motions or hypothesis about them. Since he cannot in any way attain to the true causes, he will adopt whatever suppositions enable the motions to be computed correctly from the principles of geometry for the future as well as the past. The present author has performed both these duties excellently, for these hypotheses need not be true or even probable. On the contrary, if they provide a calculus consistent with the observations, that alone is enough. Boom. He even admits it.
Yeah, he admits that his own reality could not be proven, what he said.
Yeah, that they can... Oh, why is that planet moving? They said they can in no way train the true causes. They have no freaking idea.
Yeah, and that's noble of someone to admit that. That's a real scientist. Just to state it with conviction like they do today. It's the arrogance today.
Well, honor used to be a thing. Like, that was, back then, regardless of what they say about them being savages, they were like, honor was a thing. Like, that was like one of the main things you wanted in life, was to be honored and respected and not like disparage your family name. So you didn't run around lying, you didn't run around cheating, you didn't run around stealing. You did the right thing to the best of your ability.
Yeah, my old science teacher said a good scientist wants to be wrong, because then it just makes them want to do more science. Because if they're wrong, then it's like, okay, well, what do we do now? What's the next step? They love being wrong. You get a bigger high off being wrong as a scientist.
What?
I mean, you should.
Yeah, because it's weird. It's because they love doing experiments, and so the more you do and you keep getting proven wrong, it's like, well, yeah, at least I got to do more science. Once you prove it right, then it's over.
Well, every time you prove yourself wrong, you call it a discovery and give yourselves Nobel Prizes.
Yeah, you get funds and book tours and speaking fees.
You say, oh, the orbits of the galaxies, that means they're going too fast. That means general relativity is wrong. Look what we discovered. Nobel Prizes. But general relativity is not long. We discovered dark matter. Ha ha.
Yeah, gravity's leaking from other dimensions. I've heard that one too.
Oh, man. Don't give him any more ideas.
No, that was Michio Kaku said that. The Japanese Neil deGrasse Tyson.
The only thing leaking out of Michio Kaku is like,
I like him a little bit more.
Neural fluid coming right out of his ears.
I like him more than all of them, though. I like him more than I don't think he's as arrogant. I don't like his...
I like him because he's honest, but he's like honest. He basically says, yeah, we make up a bunch of bullshit, then proceeds to tell a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. He did admit that.
Basically saying, every word that's coming out of my mouth is a lie, and then proceeds to keep talking. Stop talking.
Though, Neil did do something good too, though, when he said, from that height, you're not seeing curvature. That stuff is flat. That made a lot of people have to go, what? What do you mean? Wait, what? So you can't see it from an airplane, So in a way, I mean, they help. It's like they almost red pill accidentally.
I actually think he said that because he was like jealous. He was like, this dude, he's not even an astrophysicist and thinks he went to space. He didn't go to space.
Well, and think about that. Think about the nerve of Neil deGrasse Tyson denying Felix Baumgartner's vision and his reality. Because he came down and said he saw the curve of Earth, and Neil said, no, you fucking didn't. He basically told the guy that went
Did
there, "You didn't
Baumgartner
see
actually
what."
say that?
Yeah, he said it in an interview.
Oh my goodness!
Think about the psychology of that, of both of them, of Neil's, pedestal, telling Felix, who said he went there and did the whole thing. That could have been a show too, production, and him
That's
saying,
odd. I have to hear the quote for myself,
"Yeah,
because if
look,
he really said that,
yeah." Felix said it. He said it on camera.
that makes, like, why would he say that? That's nowhere even near high
Well,
enough.
they didn't think that Neil would deny him. I don't think they thought, or they didn't talk about it. But
yeah.
But you think he lied or he told the truth? Because what if that
I
is
think he
actually what he
lied.
saw?
I think he lied.
He said it just like this too. He goes, "No, you didn't."
Yeah, that's what makes you think he was
Oh
jealous.
yeah. Neil said it like that. No, you didn't.
That's like calling out a big fish story, right?
Yeah, and that's the biggest fish of all. That guy went the highest that a man's ever been in a long time, right? Just naturally in an air balloon, or it was an air balloon.
Yeah, it's a helium balloon or whatever.
So it was the second August Picard of our history, and he pretty much just denied everything he did. Neil deGrasse Tyson, not did, but saw.
Well, someone jumped before that for NASA. I think it was 98,000 feet, and he was beating that record.
What about the guy that runs the observatory or the planetarium, and he says the same thing, that it's flat up there?
Oh, Paul Larson. Yeah, listen.
What's the guy's name?
Paul Larson.
Paul Larson.
Yeah, he was like a finalist for those clowns that think they're going to Mars. He was like in the final 7 or something. He's a planetarium director.
Going to Mars, a planetarium director?
Yeah, well, they had like NASA had like a, I don't know, call it a contest, whatever. They put out applications for you can go to Mars.
Well, they had one for Artemis too. What happened to the Artemis cast? The new moon landings. Like, you guys said you're going to do this in 2022. Are you guys still going to the moon?
I don't know how they're doing that, because I just read yesterday they're replacing the space station by 2030.
See, they just moved their own mission goalposts, and then people forget about it. Most people don't, unless you're in that world. You're gonna go, okay, why aren't you going to the moon now? And then they just come up with another excuse.
Well, it's 3-card Monty, right? Replace the space station as like one of the cards, and then go to the moon is another card, and then Mars is another card, and then they just 3-card Monty you all day. Everybody, they can't find out what card was up. What mission are we supposed to be doing now? Which one did you promise us? Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the funding, and like, I thought NASA, honestly, I thought to save them, I thought they were going to come up, and I know we can't talk about it, but I thought they were going to come up with one of the cures for COVID.
Oh God.
I thought that was going to be their story or their narrative. Wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, they move every mission, and I don't. They can only go to 3 places. They're in our imagination. I mean, that's why they had to come up with some.
Yeah, everywhere else is too inhospitable.
Yeah, it's like you'd think you'd train all the guys that went to the space station to go to Mars. At least most of them that could still go. Like, why keep sending people to the space station?
Why aren't they going to Mercury? They now say that, I think they're saying that they came out with a story that said Mercury on average is the closest planet to Earth.
Well, they probably sent probes, like they've said. They've sent little robots. But I know it's funny, when I didn't know that when the moon landings happened in they said, why didn't Russia go? And someone said, well, they went to Venus. They had the Venera project, and they took robots there. And this 1972, they went to Venus, and that wasn't a big deal. We send probes to Mars, and everyone has a big corny celebration, and everyone's clapping and hooting and hollering. I never knew that. That'd have been a big deal if I was in the 70s.
Through the phone. Okay.
Yeah, I'm tired of just them, the robots on Mars, drones and helicopters, and and there's no way they're surviving that climate and that dust storms. If using their own story against them, there's no way.
They can't go to a second off thermodynamics evaluation anyway, so you can just end it right there.
Well, yeah, that too. There's no way that the air would not rush to the lower space.
Here's
or the
another
lower
problem I
pressure.
thought of the other day. What happens to water when it's next to a vacuum?
Well,
It evaporates, right?
Then you can boil it, and then you can freeze it. Have you seen that? If you like, I saw a container of water and they put it in the vacuum, and it eventually boiled, and then it froze. Have you seen that?
I didn't see the freeze part, but I know it boils.
Sublimation, I think, is what it's called, or sublimation, I think. Yeah, but eventually that it will stop boiling because there's no more energy, and so then it freezes. It's fascinating. His name is William Sumner Miller. He's this physicist scientist back in the 60s and 70s. He does a great program. It was probably one of the best scientists I've seen actually do experiments. It's ones that they're still doing today. I think it's William Sumner Miller.
Yeah, if you want to know what these, like, they say a lot of things, so-called scientists, physicists, astronomers, they talk a lot of crap, like to the public, to the press, whatever. But if you watch them talk to each other, like debate each other or talk about issues, I was saying this the other day on here. I listened to a PhD, one of the most well-known astronomers in the fucking that field, say they all know the Big Bang is wrong. They all know that whole model, the standard model of cosmology. They said they all know it's wrong, but it's the best model they have, so they're going to keep teaching it when they all know it's wrong. And that it's too hard, too difficult, and too expensive, and too time-consuming to start from scratch and create a new model, so they're going to just keep going with the same wrong one.
Well, think about it, though.
That is fucked up, though.
I know it is, but do you think the public could handle it right now? So what if we couldn't leave? What if that's proven to be true? We can't leave.
First of all, listen, no, the mainstream model of cosmology has no practical use to anybody, right?
Well, it does.
Oh my God, the vacuum energy, it doesn't work right. Oh my God, how am I going to get to work tomorrow? I mean,
well, hold on a second. Hold on. What I think, but first, I did post that experiment. It's Julius Sumner Miller in the lobby.
Oh, why'd you post it in the lobby?
Oh, I didn't know where to post it. I just saw the first one.
I want to hear how it's functional. Like it would stop something if it was found to be not true.
Okay,
because I'm not going to be able to barbecue burgers tomorrow because all of a sudden there's no such thing as FaceTime.
Well, no. Here's the thing. Here's the thing: is humans don't like to be confined. Okay, if we knew we were in a confinement, and you cannot leave. Even the thought of the idea of leaving Earth, they think it's real because of like spaceships and Star Wars, media, Hollywood. They think you can get on a ship and leave your
application.
They think you can leave the problems of Earth
from mental belief or comfort. Application.
Yes. Hold on. I think
he said it has no applicable value, meaning we don't apply it to anything we use to make our life better.
Yeah, it's mental masturbation, dude.
Yeah, but
and they're saying we can't start the mental masturbation over because it's too it's too time consuming or too costly.
Yeah,
so we're going to just keep lying to ourselves. That's fucked up. Sorry, that's like a child that's just delusional, man. Like
it still has no value unless you need. You're not cool with ambiguity. If you're not cool with everything being an unknown factor. If you absolutely have to feel like you got it all sewed up, you need your comfort blanket. That's not value. It's mental issues. There's really nothing wrong with us not knowing our place in the universe.
No, I agree. I'm just saying that if people today, I'm just curious if they think as Earth as, they don't like living here and they have to deal with the problems of Earth. If they have the idea that
one day leave.
Look, you can even listen. It doesn't even have to have anything to do with flat Earth. You can just assume that like there's still balls out there floating around. They still know the things that they believe their models are wrong, and they're still teaching them. That means these people are dishonest, right?
I'm sorry, bro,
and they shouldn't be getting any tax dollars.
If there's balls above your head, you're about to be teabagged. I'm sorry, but there it is.
Well, in a way, if you think about it, a lot of people are inundated with.
I can do a handstand. What are you talking about?
A lot of people are inundated with.
All right.
a lot of people are inundated with, oh, there's a new asteroid coming, there's a new blah blah blah. So if you did tell them, look, there's a creation of some sort of structure, we're in it, that could be actually comforting. So you might have a point there where people are like, well, wait, there's someone, or could it backfire and say, well, what do you mean? Why'd they make it like this? But then it's not the creator that made it. It's the
still
people
not
here that
intrinsic.
are corrupting it. There's too many corrupt people and too many corrupt elitists that are screwing around with how this place should be ran. That's the problem. So
No,
I could.
it's their livelihood, right? Let's keep it a buck, bro. Like seriously, it's their livelihood.
Well,
They're not going to say we're all wrong and all lose their jobs. Like, I mean, they want to feed their family. They just spent the last, 10 years of their lives learning, fairy tales. They're going to keep telling the fairy tales as long as they keep getting a check.
I agree.
Right, but is it essential? Intrinsic value is essential. Something you absolutely need. You can't survive without it.
I don't know. I don't know if some people could handle the structure. Maybe the infinite plane, because you can at least. Because if it's infinite plane, then where else does it go? I mean, that makes a little more comforting sense.
Maybe there is an intrinsic value to make people so they can they don't have to ask the bigger questions because they have their little space fairy tale and they can go to sleep at night.
Yeah, if you knew the Earth was infinite, think about how your mind could feel like, wait, I'm on an infinite plane. Does that mean I'm infinite? Like what? I think it could change your perception of life in a way.
I don't know how. I don't know how anything could be. Yeah, there you go. But no, this idea that people wouldn't be all right if we just told them the truth, I don't think that's true. I mean,
well, okay, you're right.
If you stop lying to them, I mean.
Well, so then here's the thing: does it make you think more? Does it make you more aware, or does it make you stronger mentally? Which is what they don't want. Some of these controllers, some of these rulers, or whatever you want to call them. That if they keep you on a ball and they tell you you're scum and they tell you you're just a random speck, like we've all heard the quote, and you can't leave because you can't unless you're in a rocket, then yeah, that would be very degrading. But if you told, oh, you're on an infinite plane, whoa, wait a minute, I can go in all directions infinitely with my legs, with my, just fly naturally. I don't have to leave into this vacuum. That's a whole perception changer.
Yeah,
I mean, but that's still, I mean, how would that work? Because we have to be in a contained system of some kind. It has to have boundaries somewhere.
Well, that's the thing is, so say if it's a containment, does that change? Does that say, wait a minute, something created this place so we can come and experience it? That seems more comforting than just chaotic balls everywhere that you can't go to.
Well, the only reason people probably got away from it is because of all of the religious people hijacking what I mean, this place is obviously created. People probably use that truth to, preach their religious dogma over the decades. That's probably what a lot of these people, these atheists, tried to get away from because they butthurt about their Christian upbringing and yada yada yada. That's probably all that is. But if you didn't have any of that either, people would be fine.
Do you think people could use it? Say the people that they would say that celebrities doing the 666 stuff. Hypothetically, what if they knew without a doubt and they were shown some sort of material that just beyond existence, like proof that the mainstream doesn't get of where we live, and they use this to their like, wow, I know stuff.
Maybe they do. Maybe they already know that.
Yeah, like 90%.
That's why they say 666. Because guess what? Who's the ruler of this world? This isn't the kingdom of heaven.
The Rhinoceros King.
At least a man be born of spirit, or born of water and then born of spirit, he shall not see the kingdom of heaven. Think about it. Who's the Lord here? Who rules here?
Satan. But listen,
you rule your own universe. You have Christ within.
You're supposed to rule your own universe. You're supposed to be your own master. That's the parable of two masters.
Exactly.
Be in this world, don't be of this world. Thanks.
Make an impact though before you leave. Something. It could be small and unnoticeable to just little things here and there. Make ripple effect this place.
Something manifest destiny. Something.
Intentionally glitch the matrix. Play with it. I think games are tapping into the software when you play a game.
I guess, man. Whatever.
Now you're into even simulation.
And
Yeah.
in card games, there's some random stuff where I'm teaching a card game,
Religious
and
fucking simulation.
the
Now, how
rule
does that
that
work?
I'm teaching will play itself out as I'm teaching it. Like a card will be revealed, what I was talking about. There's magic
How
in
many
games.
pots of coffee you drink today, bro?
I'm not coffee. I drink oregano oil water. You put some real oregano oil. That's the antioxidant you've ever seen.
It's good. Yeah, oregano. I was going to put some under my tongue later and then almost throw up for about 5 minutes.
You dilute it in water. It's not
No,
bad.
I like to get it all just real hot, just right away under the tongue. Just force it in there, and then I hold on. I got to beat the goddamn shit out of my cat. Shut up. Shut.
Like a whole pack.
Hey, don't be beating on our cat now.
Green stripes.
I'm just kidding.
Calling ASPCA on your ass.
Your cat's a wreck.
His name is Zeus. So technically, I'm gonna beat the shit out of Zeus.
You animal beater.
Give Zeus some oregano oil and see what Zeus.
Hell, fucking no. Be sneezing all night.
Get your cat.
Now that's child abuse. Sorry, go ahead. What? Y'all ready to get loose Saturday night?
Loose as a pussycat.
Oh boy.
Like a long neck goose. Like a girl. Oh baby, that's what I like.
We're getting loose as Zeus tonight.
Yeah. Yep.
Thunderbolts and lightning.
Baby, frightening. Galileo.
No, sir.
Galileo Figaro Magnifico.
Simba. We will not let him go.
Easy come,
Mamma mia, mamma mia. Beelzebub as the devil's put aside for me.
For me.
And then they turn the distortion on the guitars.
I gotta stop to smell the flowers. Yeah, I gotta stop to smell the flowers. I got this big fucking multi-colored crystal bud that's reflecting light. It looks like a fucking Christmas tree, bro. I just gotta smoke it.
Dude, mail that to me.
Tasty, huh?
Right now. And I'll get it in like 3 weeks.
It's calling to my cat, buddy. Keeps coming up and sniffing it and trying
No
to
shit,
grab
right?
it.
He's like, listen here, that's the best bud you've had all year, motherfucker. I'm gonna take that.
My cat is like, hey man, what the fuck is that? It smells good.
I don't even know why I like it. I don't want to eat it. It doesn't smell like food, but I really want to be a part of that.
2 times in the last hour, man, he tried to take it. I'm like, get that on, buddy.
Does your cat, does Zeus try to hump your tree or Christmas tree or play on it or catch?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, what is it? Does Zeus treat your tree like?
Number one, I don't have a Christmas tree up right now. Number two, he's not a sexual cat, which is I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, I bet. No spring nights with Zeus in the window going,
oh my God. No. No, you got snipped. I snipped him early.
Yeah,
in the spring. I put 3 extra pillows in my bed for when I wake up to that shit. I got something to throw at the motherfucker.
Yeah, dude, it's so annoying. Just get like a pellet gun, a light pellet gun to just
airsoft.
Yeah, airsoft.
I had a cat so bad. I had a cat that was so bad. I had to put I kept earplugs by the bed.
I bet.
Earplugs in at night. Because she would do that hello thing. They sound like a Chinaman saying hello. Hello? Hello?
I need fuck here.
So annoying. Yeah, it's so annoying. He's like, I will fuck now, even though my penis has barbs in it, and it's going to be really painful for you.
Dude, my cat gets in the window, and there'll be like 15 strays in the yard. Remember, I live on a dairy farm. Everybody thinks we got milk. We love cats. And she'll say it once, hello, and then they'll hear echo for 15 fucking minutes.
Wow. Yeah, cats are a strange deal.
Pumping the shotgun. Boom, boom, boom. Run, motherfucker, run. El migra.
You going to start breeding, or are you just having one?
Breed? Fuck no, I'm not going to breed them, man. They get dropped off.
Cats, dude, you don't want to breed cats. They're doing enough breeding. They're fine.
Cat cafe. Cat cafes are getting big, especially. It doesn't matter where you are.
A dairy farm, bro. You
I feel like the cat numbers are good right now.
Well, put them on the cafe. You know, put all the
Dude,
barn.
listen, the lady that I got Zeus from had like 10 cats still that she had to try to get rid of, and that was just from one mama's litter in the neighborhood, full of mamas that are having cats everywhere.
If she would have just put
it was springtime,
with like a tea room, and she's like, I've got a tea room with different kinds of teas. People would pay, and then they get better.
I know, see your cat.
She get paid.
That's not this kind of setup, man. These were all 10 kittens.
You buy Kung Pao chicken,
and they were just,
sweet and sour rice.
Well, she should have made
got lucky.
Kittens or something.
I got lucky that he only pooped in my suitcase once, and then he's used the litter box ever since.
Oh, you should have made the suitcase of the litter box. That would have been fun. No one's never seen that before.
Yeah,
like old vintage 1940s suitcase.
It's not no. This is a very quality suitcase.
Oh, it's like way
overpriced for no reason, and it's not even that big kind of suitcase. You feel me?
Does it have a cup holder?
No, it doesn't have a cup holder.
See, all suitcases have a cup holder when you're rolling it down and have your cup in your suitcase like that. Just strolling. They've got suitcases that follow you now, like the little Amazon robot delivery driver. Have you seen those? Where you can just follow
What kind of world do you live in? What are you talking about?
You've never seen these? They've got suitcases where you program them to follow you, and you don't have to touch it.
Well, they can go fuck themselves. I'm gonna carry my own shit.
It knows how to go up escalators too. You know what I mean?
Escalators.
Man, you never.
Globers are so stupid they can get caught on escalators. Get it? They get stuck. A broken escalator. They just don't go anywhere, and they just let
wearing high heels.
Stop.
All robots.
If you have to explain the joke, it is not funny.
That's right. You said it, I didn't.
Right? No, I know. I'm the resident fake comedian here.
Motherfucker asked me when I'm breeding kitties. Fuck no, I live on a dairy farm, motherfucker. All you dumb city people think I love cats. I wake up to a new one every day. Like,
it's not a Disney movie, man. It's not fucking Milo and Otis over here, all right? It's a farm.
Right. Well, fuck, I quit naming them after about 300. I can't remember them. I just talk to him like the kid. Hey, what's up? How you doing today, kitty? If you got a name out here, you're special.
Right? 600 cats. Fucking.
Fuck.
No idea who they are, what they're about, how old they are.
On occasion, I see the neighbors' kids down here trying to catch one. I like that.
That's cool, yeah.
Get
a couple.
You want some help?
Get some for your neighbors. Take some to school.
Yeah, the Amish folks, they love them. You know, they got a job on the farm. They keep the rats away and the mice away.
How do you hypnotize a Glober? You tell them there's Coriolis in the toilet.
Coriolis in the toilet, huh? Toileolus.
You know, it's spinning. It's like got the spinning effect, so you're getting hypnotized, and then you're hypnotizing your brain mentally and getting programmed on the conditioning that toilets actually don't spin that way. They just want you to believe going into south and north.
God he explained it. It went right over my head.
I want to go right through you, right through your navel.
Nah. Oh,
is this Guider?
Through my nasal? What are you, a bump of cocaine?
Hey, what's the best? This is a darker one. What's the best to shoot a Glober? Depends which latitude you're on.
Oh, you don't want to kick it now. You ain't sharing no bumps.
Because they believe in Coriolis still in that one.
Guider. Is that you, or is this another person talking?
How do you? I got another one. How do you arouse a Glober?
Guess it's a different guy.
How do you arouse a Glober? Arouse them. You show them the XXO planet.
The triple X.
Triple exoplanet. There you go.
Okay. All right. I feel like those might be funny if someone keeps working on them.
I don't know.
At some point. So far, no. So far, 60-70% there on that last joke, and the rest of them suck.
How do you know you're a Glober?
You don't. That's the worst part.
You
assume it. That's good. Yeah. That's a good one. There you go. So write that one down.
Sure.
Shut up. That one was good. I liked it. But I also think the corner of the room's funny. Depends on what time of day it is.
As long as you're standing in it, it's funny as hell. I'll laugh with you.
You're the funniest guy you know.
Have you ever been caught whacking off in the dark corner?
So what if I have?
Not a very good hiding spot now, then, is it?
Well, it was.
What's the best way to clean a Glober?
Don't know.
You wash their brain.
Wash their brains.
Why hasn't Globers believed we've sent a probe through the sun?
Don't mute me, bro.
I don't know.
Because NASA hasn't told them yet.
Well, yeah.
Hello?
Hello.
What's up?
Save us from these dad jokes. How are you?
Right.
I'm doing great.
Oh, good. What brings you to the server, pal?
I was here last night. Just decided to pop back in, see what you guys are talking about.
You want to see what's crack-a-lackin'.
Yeah.
I get it.
Okay, how can you tell when a Glober has been fucked?
Because I fucked them.
When you can see holes.
Because I'm tired. Sorry.
You can see holes in their globe.
Ew. Ugh. All right. Anyway, work on those. All right. Bring them back another time. Who's the new guy that was here last night? What's your name,
I got
sir?
one more. What does the NFL and NDT have in common? Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Nothing.
They both cause brain damage when dealing with footballs.
Okay. I mean, that's true. It's a true thing. All right. Now that we got that out of our system, young man.
Yesterday.
Sir Anon,
all my troubles seem so far away.
Look over this PDF that I tagged you with. This is on Operation that happened, I shit you not, 100 years ago. It was called Operation Trust, and this was in
Operation Trust?
This is not true. This is not true for the Q. This is not true for Q.
Can you tell me about it? I'm on my bike right now.
Q's coming true. Look at Epstein right now. Look at Clinton.
Check it out.
He was right about
one at a time.
Yo, hold on. Time out. This is my problem. Yeah.
Sorry. Tell them what the Russian info campaign.
Shit.
By the way, that Russian wasn't me.
You might want to post it, or
Elijah was trying to get in there.
He thinks that the Q is
bro.
Q is the new one. He thinks that.
Okay. Elijah was trying to get in there to let Joshua talk. So Joshua, yes, your question. So if you'd like to answer it, go ahead.
What was the question he asked?
He wanted basically a synopsis of the PDF he posted. He said he was on a bike. He couldn't read it.
Yeah. Basically, this outlines what happened when the Bolsheviks took over Russia, and they killed the czars and hunted down all of the imperialists. The whole thing was the government, the Russian government, or not the Russian government, but the Bolsheviks had put out this thing that says, oh, don't worry, we're going to reinstate the czar. The czar is going to rule again. Basically fooling the public not to do anything, to let the revolution happen as is. And it was all set up just like the French Revolution, and all done and perpetrated by the Freemasons.
There's
a difference of that.
I mean, I already knew that. Like, I agree. I also think that the Catholic Church is behind a lot of this. The Jesuits.
Do you think they're behind Q?
I think Q is a psyop, so yeah, they're probably behind Q.
I think talking about Q is a psyop. I think talking about psyops is a psyop. Can we go back to Flat Earth, please? Thanks.
Don't mute me, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Were the ones that came up with the Big Bang Theory, right? And they need helium.
Yeah, Teal Chardin, I think. I think that's his name. They also invented the jab, the V word.
Sorry, my lover called and she was telling me she's coming home, so I can go 5 minutes.
Your lover? Oh my god, I love it.
You said Q was as a psyop, but by
us
who?
more.
Why can't they?
You guys want to go somewhere else and have your combo?
Why can't they find?
I mean, this is a Flat Earth server, so I would prefer
not you two,
talk about
not you and Joshua, the other two talking about their girlfriends and shit.
I'm not talking about. I just said my lover called and she's on her way home.
That's great.
We don't care. Now you're muted.
Yeah.
That's the owner, so
Oh
you don't have
Yeah,
to tell the
Jesus
owner it's
Christ,
a
dude!
flat Earth
I'm
server.
getting the interference feeling, dude, and I don't like that.
Yeah, I was getting pissed off the other day for the same reason, just to let you know, from the same guy. No offense, because he's an old new flat earther. Old being he's been in the server around as long as I have, but he just hasn't been here and only has one role, so I don't know.
Wait, so are you only allowed to like talk about the flat Earth in this live stream, or
No,
like?
no, no,
no, but we try to keep
Nobody
it
was
about
even
no.
addressing
what
you,
we
bro.
can.
He was trying to stop people from heckling you and over talking you.
Oh,
You didn't
okay.
do anything wrong. Chill.
Yeah, see what we try to do is we try to keep it empirical on things we can test, not talk about belief or speculation.
On point and
Ah.
productive. 6 people
So hey, I
talking at
wanted to bring
once.
something up to Elijah about. I heard you on Nathan's the other day. You said Wolfie 6020 put down some challenge about how you get a
Ooh.
distance.
Yeah, nobody gave a fuck. I was like, yo,
Yeah, I
it's
know. I noticed that. I
Wow.
noticed that. I
I was
noticed
like,
that.
I had to do it, but I don't have a boat. Like, come the fuck on.
Nah. So
Yeah,
if you have
basically,
listen, if you take two stars, right? They both of them will have GPs, right? They'll have the position that's underneath the star, right? You can take that angle that separates them. This is how they do it on the globe. The way the globe does it is they take that angle that separates them and say that distance is, say it's 1 degree. They'll say that's 69 miles or something, right? But that's not actually a measured distance. So people didn't run around like confirming, hey, what's the angle? Oh, it's a 1 degree. Let's go fucking measure 69 miles and see if it matches up. Because guess what? It doesn't match up.
Hey
So
Elijah.
Wolfie 6020 is trying to pull a fast one, right? He's trying to presuppose the radius. He's trying to sneak the radius in there.
yeah, exactly. Everybody online, basically, me running into people on Facebook, that lets me know that those were his intentions, because that's exactly where I got people presupposing that there's a radius, and the only way you could do celestial navigation is with the radius.
Now, see, so here's the funny part, right? Is that to do any of the observations and to do the math, they assume the Earth is a point. They don't assume it's a globe. They just assume it's a point in space. And to get the distance, you can add any radius. You can say it's this radius, that radius, it's whatever. Do the calculation and say this is how far apart they are. You can literally just make up any radius, right? Because you can just scale the distances to whatever you want it to be. Yeah, it's a little game. And like I actually have there's a website that shows you like 7 different ways that you can celestial navigate with like different maps and using different formulas and like, you know, rum lines and a bunch of other crap. So like
Can
I
you
said,
can you
Wolfie
post that
6020,
in
he's
the
a
chat?
snake. He's always trying to pull fast shit, dude.
Yeah, and people run with it. You know, they don't. The Glovers sure don't like to dig deep. But can you send that in the chat?
Yeah, I'll send it.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Elijah, if you want a boat, I have a set of pontoons with a good deck. You just need the upholstery and a motor. It comes with a trailer. You can come
I
take
don't
it.
need a boat right now in my life, brother.
You
But
just gotta
thank you.
you just gotta drive to Arizona, pick it up.
Also, if I can bring the point back about the Bolsheviks and Russia and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the Russian Freemasons were like actually in the Orthodox and Catholic Church,
Yeah.
so they're like clergy members, you know, stuff like that.
Yep. In fact, the first Freemason in space, supposedly, was Yuri Gagarin, 32nd
Very
Freemason.
interesting.
First supposed man in space, right? And what was his report back? I'm up here and I don't see God.
Saucy.
Wow.
I shit you not, you cannot make this shit up, man. Literally, all the pioneers in space travel were Freemasons. Literally, all the pioneers in the founding of lands in this, since the age of reason, were Freemasons. You cannot make this up. This is why
Oh,
there's so many people
well,
are
we did a
sitting there
little
going,
prayer before we landed on the moon.
yeah, they did. They did a little ceremony.
I mean, that's a pretty stupid thing to say, but on the globe model, on the globe model that actually makes sense, because on the flat Earth model, God is sitting on His throne above the firmament.
Exactly. So
So,
why would He even
so
report back? It's like,
so if there's outer space and a globe and crap, then where's God? But yeah,
Right, because there's no God in a lie.
In the globe model, man is God. Really, that's what it is. Man is God.
and actually,
Man can solve all problems.
they even call the globe model heliocentric model, right?
It's a theory, though.
Well, Helio is another name for Apollo. What were the name of those
We
rockets that
shouldn't
went to
call.
the moon? Supposedly Apollo.
I don't think we should call it a model. It should be the heliocentric theory. Actually, the old heliocentric theory.
It's the heliocentric cult.
Yeah, the helio cult. Short.
True. I mean, that just sounds like them's fighting words.
Bring it.
Right?
I'll see you with where's the curved adjacent.
It is what it is.
Curved adjacent. That's funny as hell.
I've never seen that. I exist on a plane of equal altitude. Never seen a curve adjacent to a tangent.
120,000 feet up. I've seen footage of that.
My sister's making sugar cookies.
Shout out to Dwayne Callum, OG. He's off grid, I think, now.
Sugar
If anybody
cookies
wanted
and
to know.
peanut butter fudge.
Dude, that sounds amazing.
And I got the munchies. Perfect mix.
Every pothead on the server right now is foaming at the mouth from hearing you say that.
Right? I know. Dip that shit in chocolate and then eat it. That peanut
A
butter
heavier,
fudge.
overweight woman cooking cookies she loves.
Probably
and fudge
dozens of different
perfectly.
kinds.
I didn't hear snickerdoodles, so.
Lucky you.
Oh, I get bonbons, Buckeyes, all that shit.
Well, hopefully there's enough baking supplies in your local area.
Oh, shit, I've been buying that shit for the last 3 months. All my sisters will be out here in a minute. Because I pay for everything. They just make large batches, and
That
then
sounds like a deal.
we give it
Smart
away
man.
to the family. Because my sisters make it just like my grandma and my mom did.
Yep. Somebody's got to do it.
So we give it out to the family. We'll give them a tin full of stuff. We make almond bark, all that. Peanut brittle.
Hello?
Anise candy.
Dankeschön.
Hello?
Hello.
Hola.
Mush mushy.
Greetings.
Ni hao.
Sawadee.
Fellow Earthling.
Taco Bell.
Hola. Senor.
Okay, another section of the earth in here just came in here. I think I recognize that voice.
Chinga tu madre, 20 punto maricón. Ese. Hola. Vámonos.
So yeah, I'm trying to bring it back to the Elites, right? See, people don't correlate today with the word El as the word for God, right? A God.
Well, they don't even know what phonetics means. Hooked on phonics.
From spiritual beings, right? Those that come from
Yep.
spiritual beings.
Elite. Yeah,
Elohim.
Eat is El-ite. Yes, El is the Canaanite word for God.
Yeah, the Elites are the Elohim.
Yes,
Elohim
the
isn't
Elo,
God. Elohim is all the hosts of heaven.
the Nephilim, the
Yeah,
Anunnaki.
that's right.
These are all
The
different L's.
the word Elohim is plural. It's not singular.
Yeah, and it's not
Right.
a royal
Exactly.
plural,
Good
as in
point.
we decree. This was
It's
known
it's the it's
commonly
the
in the
it's the
70s.
It's
it's
the
the
Aleph
heavenly
Lamed.
hosts.
It's the Aleph Lamed.
The hosts of heaven, heavenly host,
Strong leader,
however you want to say it.
strong leader shepherd.
The sons of God. That's why the Elohim become the Rahaim and the Nephilim.
Yep.
Yeah. The hosts of hosts.
Now
Who are
here's
the other hosts? The angels.
the
Well,
other
the
thing,
host
right?
of hosts is the Most High.
Yeah.
Samjauza.
Well, here's the other thing, right? A lot of people think like there were giants like everywhere. You know, people weren't like gigantic back then. These giants were literally people that were changed,
I mean,
right?
I think the whole
So when
the
it
whole
says,
like
hold on, when it says in the Bible that Nimrod put on the garments and he became a Giborium, right? He became a mighty one, a tyrant, an earthborn from
A
Gigas,
bully.
right?
I
That's where the word giant came from. He didn't become a giant, he just became a tyrant because he put on
I
the
think
crown.
I
Get it?
think the whole like Nephilim 50 feet 100 feet, I think it's like kind of like bullshit, you know. I think they're like more like 10 11 12 13 feet. Like
Oh.
I think like that's just absurd, like 50 feet tall, like
Yeah, I think this is a topic for Bible lobby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
thank
a
you.
this is
No
more like a
offense, but
speculation with the
I
giants
thought
and
you were
left foot
going somewhere
proposals and
else
all
with
that.
the
Yeah, you
Elites,
get pretty
but
cringy.
nope,
No,
we
what
went
what
straight to the
what I'm
Bible.
trying to say is
oh, I'm
they
sorry.
are tyrants. Today we still have tyrants,
Yeah,
right?
tyrants are bullies, but what I'm saying is it's gonna trigger a doctrinal KJV only authorized version argument
I'm
in
not
my
trying
science
I'm not
live
trying to
stream.
do that.
It
I'm just
will
trying
though.
to like
You
get
don't
the
have to try.
word, like the misconception of the words,
Oh,
right?
you know what they say they'll say, oh, well, this is what learning the root words of Hebrew meanings does to good little Christian boys. It possesses them and poisons them, turns them
Oh,
into devils.
Well, okay,
So
go ahead
I'm
and
trying to avoid
continue.
this just so you know where I'm at.
Well, fine,
oh, the
good little
KGV is
Christian
perfect,
boy.
bro.
Continue to call your child kid. What could go
Oy
wrong?
vey. Well, kid, colloquially is a reference to a young anything.
Come on, people
Yeah, that's
now.
colloquial, right? How many different milkweeds are there? It's a colloquial name, right?
Well, words are used as they're defined so we can understand what each other's talking about, right?
Yeah, that just means a weed that produces milk, but then a dandelion could be classified as
That's
that.
why when you change the definition or the meaning of the word, you separate the people from the word and they speak only babble.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, good one, Mikey.
Kind of like the word planet, right? The word planet people think is terra firma.
Oh,
No. Terra firma is Earth. Planet means wandering star.
So bizarre.
So how can where you're standing be a star that's wandering?
Behold, I give
Somebody
unto you the
needs
live
to.
stream, the science voice chat lobby.
It's just like one of these
Hey,
things to
hey,
where
hey, catch your staticky ass mic before I do.
Right. Somebody's got a
Who?
problem.
Sir
Sir
Hanan,
Ammon, it sounds like you're scratching your butt with your mic.
he's probably got
All
earbuds
right,
on, Sir Anon.
I'll mute.
Check yourself.
Out of the shadows and into the night.
Easily approach.
the microphone because it ain't no joke.
So tell your mama to get off of my tip. I got no time to give her that. Bleep.
Glad somebody picked up on that. Better late than never.
I'ma
I was
hold it and walk around the stage. And if you fuck up,
If you
I'm
fuck
gonna get
up,
my
I'm
gauge
going to
in,
get my
unload
gauge
the
and
barrel and laugh.
unload.
Because I'm putting that in your motherfucking ass. Psychopathic.
Because the hoes are attracted.
Because when it's
Dude,
bleep,
that's
bleep,
so
bleep, it's
epic.
about a yard.
Epic.
In the days of old, I used to bleep.
That's some good shit right there, man.
Hell yeah. That was the AIDS motherfucker. He died of AIDS. After fucking
Is that a
pounding
surprise?
No, he
black
didn't.
women.
He didn't die of AIDS.
Well, that's what the narrative tells everybody. That's what happened. What are you talking about,
He died of a
Willis?
drug overdose.
Was it an AIDS drug?
It was chemotherapy drugs he was taking that he overdosed on.
Well, his name is attached to that agenda somehow. So I'm not surprised it's whatever.
It's that chemotherapy that they had taken off the market, then decided to put it on a cocktail list for AIDS patients for some reason.
Woke up quick at about noon.
Well,
Just
according
thought that I had
to
to be something soon.
AIDS induced pneumonia 1 month after his diagnosis. That seems highly unlikely.
Yeah.
AIDS does not come that quick.
No.
Even
So
back
super
then.
weird. Coincidence theory. That's what that is. Just a coincidence, people.
Maybe it's not Tupac Island. Maybe it's Easy E Island. Huh?
Right? Easy E was the OG before.
Martin Luther Kingville. He was the first one. There's a whole bunch of stuff about his assassination, that the blood was theatrical blood. It was thick like wax.
I'm trying to think of the other black prominent band that was around that time, and they were kind of like Black Panther-ish. I'm trying to
Public
think.
Enemy.
Yeah,
Public
Public
Enemy.
Enemy, man. Those dudes. That was Flavor Flav and shit, man. Don't believe the hype. You know. So yeah, that was some pretty cool ass shit too around that time.
Yeah, they had a
The
band member.
rise of rap.
They had a guy kicked out of that group because he was
No, but you can't play that shit, man. He'll get a strike, man.
discussing the Jays. Yeah.
Or whoever's playing it.
My sister just
I'm
fucked
playing
up. She gave my dog a cookie. That motherfucker fell down trying to chase her down the stairs. You got more of them cookies? Tried to tell her, don't give him a cookie. You'll be feeding him all night.
Don't believe the hype. It's a sequel. As an equal, can I get this through to you? Yeah, I remember all that. We're all aging ourselves, man. We're dating ourselves. All these young kids are gonna run away now.
Dude. Okay, Flavor Flav did one of the first reality TV dating shows during the
Brigitte Nielsen.
decline.
Dude, she's like 6'4".
Of MTV. No, it's VH1. I think it was just the decline of VH1. It was so
VH1.
sad.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh my god, so sad. And then Bret Michaels had to do it too. It's like I was over it after a season or two. I mean, New York was pretty fucking hilarious, pretty stereotypical. Tiffany Pollard is her real name. But yeah, interesting stuff, man. So, I just find the progression of it all, that quote unquote reality TV still exists. I don't understand. I know it takes decades for people to realize stuff and do things different, but we might be exceeding the time.
So riddle me this: why do all the '80s rappers? Why are they all cops on TV now?
Are you
Queen Latifah, Ice Cube, or Ice T? Who's the other
you
dude?
are so
LL
right.
Cool J. They're all cops on TV.
OMFG. Oh my. Oh wow. I never put it together like that. That you just blew my mind.
Yeah, they went from making rap, disparaging the police, and now they're playing police on TV.
Wow. All right. That is
Another coincidence.
Yo, Pac-Man.
I'm gonna blow somebody else's mind with that one. I'll get back to you. Who knows? Maybe I'll have a story. Be great if I could see a facial expression. That'd
Dude,
be
a lot of rappers have played cops. 50 Cent did. Who's the other one? Ludacris? No, is this Ludacris?
Eminem never did. He's a
he's
white
white.
boy,
Then
though.
no one would buy that.
Yeah. Oh my fucking god! I know what you're saying, Queen Latifah. All them who you listed off. I know. Oh my god! I never fucking thought of it like that. I knew that. I mean, in the last several years, I realized, yeah, they're actors.
You throw Will Smith in there while you're at it.
RZA.
Dude. Will Smith. I don't know about him,
He's
man.
played just about everything.
Did you see Russian vids? Hey, have you ever seen Russian vids talking about Will Smith?
No.
Oh, I'll have to see next time I think of it. If I'll find it, I'll DM it to you.
They're definitely
So,
starting up
yeah.
with him, man.
Like
how he can be like as successful he is and be such a
Okay, so
pushover is beyond me.
all right. So, do you know? Remember what people were saying about Tom Hanks a couple years ago too? It's kind of that same thing.
That he's going to star in a movie called The Last Black Man on Earth.
No. No. Inappropriate.
You ever seen that Dave Chappelle show? The Chappelle show? Dude, that shit is funny. There's a skit. He's like, Tom Hanks starring in The Last Nigger on Earth.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah, dude, it's just a joke. Yeah,
hilarious.
Last Nigger on Earth starring Tom Hanks.
Oh wow, incredible! Jeez Louise.
Dude, they've had Tom Hanks. What hasn't he played? Like,
for real. I remember when Castaway came out, people were pissed off in the theater because there was like no audio really for an hour or something. People had a big issue with that.
Is that part of the movie?
The movie
or
was
is that
too
just...
long. Well, he was just on a deserted on an island.
Yeah, exactly. I'm on a deserted island. I talk to a freaking soccer ball. I name it something because I'm going psychotic, and then I get saved, of course, and then give the person their package because the mail must get through. Great heart touching story.
Oh, I remember watching it, being all sucked in, dude.
I cried for the soccer ball. I really did.
Get the fuck out. That is amazing. I can almost admire that.
I'm not crying for the soccer ball. I cry for inanimate objects.
Wilson. Oh my god. Epic meme shit. All over the place. Epic on the world stage. Tom Hanks has achieved that status.
Last time you've seen a really good, really good, blown away good movie?
Oh, dude. Okay, so